Under the bright lights of LA, there is a strong desire to take center stage.
I've been waiting for this moment since when I was a little girl.
You know, a little nervous. I don't know exactly what to expect.
Bella, you want to help me pack up? They want me, they want me. I just really hope they do.
Among these iconic boulevards, dreams are made.
As soon as they call your number, your heart's beating like crazy.
And hopes are crushed.
It's like just hitting me.
Imagine if you had a job that you had to re-interview for every single year and you're up against 500 candidates.
The fight to join a legendary sports franchise delivers both agony and elation.
This is Lisa Estrada.
Some of the most beautiful and athletic dancers will have to perform like champions.
It's pretty intense.
Left arm, right arm.
Every year is so different, and you just never know what each year is going to hold for you.
I'm so thankful to be here today. Thank you. Oh, I'm number 45.
Because even in the City of Angels, a pretty face will only get you so far.
We all kind of want them to remember us, so I'm the blonde girl with the white bikinis.
Who will get the coveted call and become one of the world-famous Laker girls?
I moved all the way to Los Angeles for this, and if I don't make the team, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
This morning, I woke up at 4:30.
I need to come hair and makeup ready as if I was really on the court in a full-out performance.
All right, I'm leaving. All right, bye, Grandma.
Smile big.
I will.
You worked hard for this time.
My mind is going 100 miles an hour just thinking about the possibilities.
I'm feeling a little nervous. I don't know what to expect.
Today is a make or break day.
It takes a week to become a Laker girl. Any and all applicants are welcome to the Lakers training complex in El Segundo for an intense 10-hour open call audition where the survivors will endure 4 cuts. Even veteran Laker girls must still audition for their jobs, joining in the second round. 486 applicants arrive for round 1. When the day is over, only 34 are left standing. Laker Girls director Lisa Estrada will conduct job interviews with each finalist, followed by one last night of callbacks to dance for and impress the judges. 8 days later, Lisa will call each girl with the news of whether their dreams have been reached or hopes shattered.
I want to be a Laker girl because the Laker girls are my favorite dance sports team, and I also love the Lakers. I'm obsessed with the color yellow, so it's like, oh my gosh, you're gonna pay me to wear yellow? Okay.
I want to be a Laker girl because I think they represent confidence and poise, and I think they really are a great role model for young girls.
I came in from San Francisco. I just flew in right now, and that's why I'm driving in the cab.
Both my dance teachers growing up were Laker girls, and I really admired their spirit and their just higher energy. And I thought that that would be a good fit for me as well.
I want to be a Laker girl because I've been on dance teams since middle school and high school. I really just enjoy performing at like all the basketball games, all the football games, and I think the Laker girls would just be really fun to support.
For me, I just know that dancing has always been like a really big passion in my life. But not only that is like I'm really big into volunteering and helping people. So I feel like if you could get out there and you can make a difference and change and like help people, but by way of your dancing also and make people happy, then I feel like that's like what I am. That's what I'm about. So I'm like, I could definitely do that.
My name is Lisa Estrada. I am the Director of Game Operations and Game Entertainment for the Los Angeles Lakers. Today's the open call of the Los Angeles Laker girls dance team for the 2012-13 season. And we have approximately 500 ladies that are ready. It looks like they're excited about being here. We will start out with whomever shows up. We don't turn anyone down. They will then learn a dance combination, and then we whittle it down. The Los Angeles Laker girls started out as a brainchild of Dr. Buss's, has evolved into this, bigger than life type of dance team, because I think we go hand in hand with the Los Angeles Lakers, with the tradition, the reputation, kind of the prestige that the Lakers organization always has. I started out as a Los Angeles Laker girl myself. I didn't know what to expect. I was very nervous about moving to Los Angeles, but I wanted to give it a shot. I just thank my lucky stars that I made that decision, because obviously I wouldn't be here today. I can relate to the majority of the young ladies that try out for Laker girls, especially the ones that give it a shot, pick up and move, or at least fly here or drive here to auditions, because that's what I did.
A new generation, but the same dream, all ready to take their shot.
I'm Morgan, and I'm from Irvine, California, and this is my first time auditioning to be a Laker girl. Since I was a little girl, it was always my dream to be a Laker girl.
I'm Jenny, and I'm originally from Taiwan. This is my second year trying out for the Los Angeles Laker girls. A lot of girls are here to compete for the same thing. You really have to work hard to earn this spot.
My name is Maddie. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and this is my first year auditioning to be a Laker girl. Having come from the Heat for 3 years, I've gone through this process 3 times before, so I'm mentally prepared and ready to go.
My name is Aubrey. I'm from Chandler, Arizona, and this is my first time trying out to be a Laker girl. I would like to be a Laker girl because the opportunity is absolutely phenomenal. I remember being a little girl and going to my very first Laker game and just thinking, wow, I want to be one of those girls one day. So here I am chasing my dream.
When Laker Girls comes back, the hopefuls strut their stuff as they learn first-round choreography.
All these faces you've never seen before. It's a lot to take in, and you kind of just have to put that in the back of your mind and just kind of focus on yourself. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
There's all these beautiful girls that just look so amazing in everything that they're wearing that you kind of look at yourself and go, okay, should I really be here? Am I really ready for this?
And we see who can handle the pressure and who can't.
I'm one of those that I'm not nervous before, but once I'm out there, no matter how many years I've been dancing, I'm all shaky inside.
Today is the open auditions for Laker girls. So just getting ready. It's my first audition for them, so just kind of hoping for the best. Hi, I'm Andy. I am from Phoenix, Arizona, and this is my first year trying out to be a Laker girl. I like auditioning. It's just kind of like a rush for me, so I don't know. I kind of don't know what I'm feeling right now. This has been one of my dreams and goals for a while now, and this is the first opportunity I've gotten to come out and see if it can happen. I've been dancing since I was 3 years old in a studio in Arizona. Right when I moved to LA, I actually got the opportunity to dance for the Los Angeles Clippers. I was on their dance team for a year, and also I was on the Chivas USA dance team, so I've been dancing and cheering with them, and so this would just be like the next step. The Laker girls are special, I just think, because they're really classy girls that represent the organization so well. If I were to make the team,
I don't really want to think about it. I don't want to like get my hopes up, but that would just be a dream come true. We are on our way to the Toyota Center for the audition day 1. It's going to be overwhelming.
How we doing? Everyone okay? Can I hear something from you out there? How are we doing? All right, take your time. It looks like we're doing pretty good getting everyone in.
All these faces you've never seen before. It's a lot to take in, and you kind of just have to put that in the back of your mind and just kind of focus on yourself. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Walking into the Laker Girl audition is so nerve-wracking. There's all these beautiful girls that just look so amazing in everything that they're wearing that you kind of look at yourself and go, okay, should I really be here? Am I really ready for this? And you kind of just scope out and see where you can go start stretching, and all these girls are pulling their legs up to their face and working on their turns, and I'm just kind of sitting there, sitting in my split, hoping that I'll be as good as they are.
I sit here and listen to my music, like I won't look at any of the girls, you know what I mean? And most of these girls have been dancing their whole lives, you know what I mean? So it's like you're either prepared or you're not, and you just go in and do the best that you can do, you know?
There's over 400 girls here today, so there's 22 positions on the team.
It's nerve-wracking because, you know, if you mess up, they can't just take another take of it. So that's definitely nerve-wracking, but it's exciting. I know the energy in the Lakers Stadium is crazy. So.
I grew up on the Lakers. My dad's a season ticket holder, so ever since I was a little girl, I've been a dancer my whole life. I've always dreamed of being an NBA Laker girl.
This is my second time. I auditioned, I think, about 5 years ago, and it just didn't work out the first time, and I always told myself I would go back and try again, so 5 years later, here I am.
It's always been a dream to just dance, and especially for a team that I love, the Lakers, it would just be an honor.
It's definitely a pressure cooker, but you just got to stay focused. You're your own competition. You can't start to compare yourself to the other girls here. You just got to have a good time and stay in the zone and stay focused on yourself.
You know what? It's always been a dream of mine since I was a little girl to be a Laker girl, so I finally get the opportunity to try out, so I'm really excited.
I see so many pretty faces out there. You all look ready to go. The first cut we will be making is an across-the-floor combination. And basically, it's leaps, jumps, kicks. It's kind of like asking a basketball player to do drills. This is what we do at dance classes. So let's go ahead and stop talking. Get you to the choreographer that's going to be teaching you today. This is Shannon Steen. Put your hands together for Shannon. We're going to be looking at their ability to do the actual movements, which if they're doing a kick or if they're doing an axel or pirouettes, how well can they do them? Because we need them to be at a good intermediate advanced level.
Former Laker girl and now professional choreographer Shannon Steen creates the routines earlier in the week with Lisa and teaches them at the auditions.
So 6 steps, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
In the first audition, the applicants must learn a basic dance routine, an across-the-floor combination, where the field is cut by more than half. The first of 4 cuts made throughout the day.
What we look for with our dance team, number 1, a very good dancer.
Turn, Shanae, go down and up, L, cross, kick it.
Someone who can pick up the choreography fast, who's confident when they perform. Showmanship is a must.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Turn 2, turn 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8.
Sometimes I have some girls that make the team, to be very honest with you, that have this so much more. Like they really shine with their personality and they have a big smile and they're always having a good time, it looks like, out on the court. But their feet may not be as technical as maybe the dancer next to them. And I'm okay with that. So how do you guys feel? Ready to go? I'm ready to go. So if there's any questions for us, we're gonna go. So come on over on this side. This is what's gonna happen now. You've obviously all done it. I'm just gonna put the music on maybe for 3 to 5 minutes, and that way you can kind of go through it in your own mind and do whatever you need to, psych yourself up, ready to go, because we're gonna go across the floor 3 at a time.
I'm one of those that I'm not nervous before, but once I'm out there, no matter how many years I've been dancing, I'm all shaky inside.
As 498 girls prepare for the first round, this is clearly the big leagues, and reality hits home for a few of the girls. The pressure was too much for some.
I'm not ready. Like,
it's not worth missing the whole day when I know I see girls that are like way better than me. So I might as well just like, you know, work out better for a year and then come back.
It is what it is, you know, I'm not heartbroken about it, you know. I came, I saw, I'm gonna move on.
Almost 500 ladies with a dream enter the long, hard road to earn an elusive, coveted spot.
I moved to LA recently, and this is something I really want to do, and just making it past another round is a step closer to my goal.
Including one young woman with a unique attention getter.
I was just nervous that what if they don't see me, or if I'm like behind somebody else and they don't see my good leap, or they don't see my good kick.
You won't want to miss this when Laker Girls continues. Almost 500 dancers and Laker Girls hopefuls have waited in line and learned a routine. Now they stand ready to perform, except for the few for whom the pressure was too much. It's time to impress the most important person in the room, director of the Laker Girls, Lisa Estrada.
During the across-the-floor combination, that first round, I don't really look for girls who stand out. Being very honest with you, I'm just looking at their technique, I'm looking at their bodies, and boom, they're just kind of faceless to me at that point. John right here will be counting you in as 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't go until he says clap, 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 or 5, 6, 7, 8. That's your cue to go. Thank you. Basically, I'm whittling. There'll be 3 at a time, and we'll say thank you, no thank you. I'm just picking who should move on to the next dance combination because I need them to be at that dance level that we need them to be at. 5, 6, 7, 8. The first round will be about dance technique and will be typing. So if you can't put a uniform on tomorrow, or you don't have that body to do that yet, we just don't want to waste your Saturday.
It's really nerve-wracking just because there's so many people and you get your first impression at that moment. I just feel you really need to be like on your game at all times. I feel they're like watching you when you're not dancing as well, so you need to like always be smiling and like practicing and going over the moves. I think that could really stand out if they notice that, and hopefully that works and I can stand out to them.
There was a time I was out of my mind. I couldn't see the road ahead. I was fixated on you.
I was just nervous that what if they don't see me, or if I'm like behind somebody else and they don't see my good leap, or they don't see my good kick. So it was really like nerve-wracking the first round.
We have a runner that goes over to them and gives them a ticket if they stay, or we do not give them a ticket if they can pick up their bag and then they can go and enjoy their Saturday.
So I got the ticket to make it to the next round. So I got past round 1 and it went really well.
People live in a cage and they don't want to be free. They want to be told who to be, but that'll never be me.
I love the diamonds in the rough. I love to find girls who don't know because they don't know, and that's exciting. If you could see something in that person and you want to, you just kind of hone in on that, I think that's great. And I do tell my judges to look out for those diamonds.
So we're about to go across the floor, and this whole round is mainly to judge our technique. My main goal is to work on my facials, because you can tell when someone is thinking about, am I going to get this turn down or this jump down? So I really practice my facials a lot as I practice my technique, so that when it's time to go on for the real audition, I don't mess up.
We're gonna lose ourselves tonight. Gonna feel so good all night. Gonna lose control until the morning light.
I've made it through the first round, and my heart jumped because this is something, I moved to LA recently, and this is something I really want to do, and just making it past another round is a step closer to my goal.
Until the morning light, the morning light. Hey, come on everybody, let's get into the groove.
Everything was happening so fast, I didn't know what to expect.
And scream for more. It's all about the music, so get up on the floor. Yeah, get up on the floor.
Success in round one means earning a coveted ticket, an invitation to the second round, where the hopeful are not names, but rather numbers 1 through 141, the way they will be identified throughout the judging process.
I think doing the across the floor was probably one of the hardest, just because it's the first time the judges see you. You have to make a good impression that's going to last, so they can come over and tell you, okay, you know, you moved on to the next round.
There's just so many amazing girls everywhere, so it's, you know, a lot of pressure, 3 at a time, and I think it's my most nervous part. I think of auditions is across the floor, so got through that, so good.
Yay, I feel really good this year, and hopefully, you know, if it's in the cards for me, it's in the cards for me, and, you know, I leave it all out there, and if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'm just here to have fun, and I had a really good time so far, so.
For some, the journey was cut short. For others, it's that awful feeling when a life's journey ends short of the desired destination.
I don't know. I guess I just wasn't what they were looking for. I did my best, though. I don't know. I felt like I did really good. I guess they're just trying to slim down real fast, but maybe better luck next year. It was okay, but, like, I don't know. Like, obviously, it could have been better, because, you know, they're like, thank you. I was like, you're welcome.
They're very abrupt. They say, like, thank you for coming, and that means to leave, or they give you a ticket, and that means you can stay. But, yeah, it's okay, though.
Maybe next year.
I give it my all, so that's all I can ask for. I'll be back.
I got cut, but it was fun. A lot of good girls in there. A lot of good talent.
I mean, it's all an experience. I mean, I guess, you know, just under the pressure, the heat gets to you a little bit.
I gave it my all. I gave it personality.
Yeah.
Tried to give it my own spin, you know. A little touch of that jazz. But I got cut.
Got cut. I don't know. They didn't like my sparkling personality, I guess.
Next year. Next year.
Thank you for the experience. Thanks.
The Laker girls' cameras turn to the current members of the team, for they too must audition every year to stay on board. And it's no sure thing.
It's really a nerve-wracking feeling knowing that myself or some of my friends from last season might not make it back.
You know what to expect, but at the same time, if you were to not make it back, you know what you would be missing.
If there are better girls who can dance better than them, I want them on the team. I don't want to keep someone just because they've been on the team for 5 years. That's ridiculous.
New judges and a tough second-round routine when we return to Laker Girls. Round one is complete for almost 500 Laker Girls applicants. We've seen many new fresh faces dazzle and impress. But now the veteran members of the squad are arriving for their annual fight to stay on the squad.
Hi, my name's Teresa, and I'm from San Diego, California, and I was on the team last year.
So I'm getting ready to go audition for the Laker Girls. It's actually my 4th year trying out. It took me 3 times to make the team, and now this is my 2nd season if I make it back.
I know Lisa's expecting a lot from us because if we want to make it back for our 2nd season, we really have to prove that we deserve to be back on the team. Coming back as a 2nd-year member is a lot more nerve-wracking. Definitely all the new girls are looking to us at the auditions, so you definitely feel a lot more pressure.
We do know what she wants, and so she definitely expects all of us to show the rest of the girls what it takes.
It's really a nerve-wracking feeling knowing that myself or some of my friends from last season might not make it back.
If I made the team again this year, it would just mean the world to me, and I'm so hopeful for this next season.
The returning Laker girls have been through this fire. 13 of last year's 22 have returned to audition once again. The bond forged among team members runs deep. They will stick together, they will support each other, but deep down they know not all of them will make the team.
I think it is definitely harder to come back being a veteran to re-audition. It's more of a thing where you know what to expect, but at the same time, if you were to not make it back, you know what you would be missing.
When we walk in, everyone that's trying out for their first time, all of their eyes are on us, and it definitely adds a lot of pressure.
I think they put the pressure on themselves, to be very honest with you. If they have been in dance class, if they have been working out, if they have been on their craft, they're gonna do great. They're gonna do fine. I always get a lot of feedback like, gosh, why don't the Laker girls just make it right back on the team? You know, they did a whole year with you, and I get that, and I understand it, but if there are better girls who can dance better than them, I want them on the team. I don't want to keep someone just because they've been on the team for 5 years. That's ridiculous.
Right arm.
The first test begins for the veteran Laker girls, as they are now just like any other rookie. They have to prove they still have it, or they are going home.
So you're gonna start and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4.
When the returning girls come into the mix, which is the second round, it's better for me to take myself out. And the judges have no idea who the Laker girls that are returning are.
4, 5, and 6.
This is sports entertainment, so what we're really looking for are the girls that we can see out on the court at Staples Center that are going to really light up the room and really appeal to the crowd, and especially the people up in the cheap seats.
As a judge, there's so many aspects that we look for. We look for, obviously, personality, girls that are physically fit, girls that are great dancers, and girls that are going to be great team members. And just that it factor that we look for as a Laker girl.
Okay, first group again. Here we go.
So we learned the routine for the second round, and it was very fast.
1, 2, open hands, open. Fist, look, fist up, down.
They taught it very fast, and it was a lot to take in.
Left arm, right arm, and cross, and throw.
The choreography that we're learning is really tough.
1, 2, arms out, arms up, pod break, 6 and 7, 8. Good, let's try that with music.
It's hard to pick up. It's definitely, you're in that corner, and then you have to go to that corner, and then look at that direction, and arm here, no, change it here. It's a lot.
1, 2, pivot, and go. Hit, step, ball, change, hold.
These dancers are going pretty fast.
6, down 7, circle 8, and 1.
I was a little nervous because if you haven't learned in a while, you have to train your memory to pick up choreography really fast.
1, 2, arms out, arms up, pod break, 6 and 7, 8.
A lot of the girls are not used to picking up so much choreography within a short amount of time.
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
The choreography was a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to be. The choreographer put in a lot of fast moves and taught it really fast.
But we move very quickly, and again, that's why we need Laker girls who can pick up really fast, and that whittles, of course, the competition down.
1, jump, 2, pivot, turn, fist up, go, hit, down, ball, change. How are we doing with that?
It is definitely nerve-wracking, but it's you know, it's part of the territory. It is part of what you do. It's for a second you get out there and you almost like forget what you're doing because there's so many people just watching you, and you feel like you have to be perfect, you have to be spot on. But I have to try to just tell myself, just have fun, and you know, what happens, happens, and you just think about it that way.
I'm feeling really good about it. I went out there and I gave it my all. I gave them everything that I possibly had. I smiled. My technique was on point. So I'm just hoping that they see something in me.
I'm actually really nervous because I'm sitting on the sides and watching all the other girls go, and everyone's really talented and good. So it's now a matter of what are they really looking for. And it's sometimes a hit or miss with me. Sometimes I do really well. Sometimes I think I do well. And it's like, thank you, come again next time. So I don't know.
In a flash, 486 dancers are cut to 141.
Waiting to go and do the second round was the most nerve-wracking thing ever. I could feel my heart beating out of my chest.
A lot goes into auditioning. There's a lot more than just dancing.
It's really important to just stand out from the crowd.
The pressure is on, and the time is now to dance, impress, and grab destiny in round 2 and keep the dream alive. See how it all unfolds as Laker Girls continues. The long audition day began when 486 dancers with Laker Girls' dreams converged from across the nation to meet the challenges and pressures that face them all. Down to 141, the second round contenders have precious little time to master a complex routine and impress a trio of judges, giving their all so their dream can live to see another day.
Smile, have fun. Remember, this is fun, and it's a family-filled atmosphere at the Staples Center. Ready to go? Yeah, here we go.
I think the hardest part about the first dance of the day for me is just getting out all those jitters and nerves, because I'm really excited about the whole day, but it goes by so quickly and I want to enjoy it, but I also don't want to have any mess ups.
Teresa is a veteran on the team, and even though you're a veteran, it doesn't mean you don't have to work for your spot. There's a lot of talented girls vying for the same positions, and if you're a veteran, I feel you have to work that much harder to keep your position and maintain that.
So I just finished the second round and I'm feeling pretty confident. I didn't mess up any of the steps and I felt like I had a good connection with the judges and I smiled the whole time, so we'll see what happens.
In the second round, the panel of judges comes in to start looking at all of the things that we need the Laker Girls to be. Strong dancers, strong performers, physically fit, beautiful look. There was one particular girl that I spotted the minute that I walked into the room, and she has big curly hair and beautiful white teeth, and she's pretty and she's fit and she's dynamic, and from the get-go, she looked like she could do this gig.
Waiting to go and do the second round was the most nerve-wracking thing ever. I could feel my heart beating out of my chest. Watching all the girls, it gets you excited, but it also makes you really, really nervous, and you just keep practicing over and over and over, hoping that you'll get everything perfect.
They only gave us 15 minutes to learn a dance. You have to use the time that you have on the side to keep running through it, figure it out, put it in your body so that you're able to just do it so you can focus on smiling, looking at the judges. A lot goes into auditioning. There's a lot more than just dancing. They're looking at your presence, your facial expression, the way you present yourself is a huge deal when it comes to auditioning.
So for the second round, they call us out 3 at a time. And it's pretty nerve-wracking because all the girls are watching you and the judges, and you have to go out there and you do it once and you have to give it your all.
All eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor, all eyes on me.
In the second round, I think I did really, really well. I was really, really proud of myself, especially for being such a fast-paced combination.
The routine for the second round is very fast. The music's fun, it's a really fun energy, so now we have to perform it 3 at a time in front of the judges, which is also nerve-wracking.
Bright and pretty and poppin', we be hippin' and hoppin', we like an elegant affair. The DJ hit when he rockin', this is a beautiful moment, the time is fluidly flowing. Energy is effervescence, everybody is blowing. Sunshine so bright, I'm the star of the night. Dress at the T, so fly, took flight. Red carpet on fire, got the Rossi on blast. When I smile, it blings as the camera goes. Drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor, all eyes on me. Too busy, then you better come get your girl dog.
The girl with the white bikini, she really stood out. I think not only to myself, but I think the entire judging panel. As a Laker girl, when you're auditioning, it's very important that you're selecting something that not only complements your look and your physique, but it's important that you are not looking like 500 other girls out there.
I was nervous about it, but, and also, I got it from Target, so I was really nervous that someone else was gonna have it. Luckily, I didn't see like very many people wearing white, so I'm hoping that stood out to the judges.
I just made a mental note, and in my head, what I have to do, because I don't know these ladies or their numbers, in my mind, I kind of make up my own little nicknames for them, and that would be white bikini.
The hopeful finish round 2, but are only halfway through this long day that still has 2 cuts ahead. Of the 141 still alive in the competition, 52 are about to be sent home.
I think it's really important to just stand out from the crowd.
First impression is a big deal in this industry, and hopefully I made a good impression on them.
People stand out to you, and that's a good thing, because in an ocean of 450 girls, you know, you want to stand out. And so there were a handful of girls that you could spot right away that just looked like they had it.
Stay with Laker Girls as round 2 comes to an end.
Waiting is probably the hardest part because, you know, you're either going to get a yes or you're going to get a no.
Hard decisions have to be made for an elite group to move on to the next test.
Thinking that if she doesn't call my number, I'm done. All that work that I put in today, I'm done.
We all want everyone to make it through every single round and make it back onto the team.
For some, the dream is alive, and for others, hopes are shattered. The first 2 rounds have come and gone. Every one of the 141 second-round dancers have given their all. Now, it's up to the judges to decide who will move on to round 3. A small group fighting for an even smaller number of spots on this storied squad.
The judges are all in the back discussing who's going to move on to the next round. So we're all waiting, and they've probably been taking already like 30 minutes and seems like 2 hours.
In the judging room, there are so many things that are going on. Obviously, each of the judges have put their scores in based on what we're seeing the girls do right in front of us. But there's a lot of discussion that goes on in the judges' room also, because we're not all looking for the same sort of thing.
When you have 500 plus girls that are auditioning, it's a quick decision. We have to be able, as a judge, to look, make a quick decision, and either cut them or have them move on.
When we are trying to narrow it down, we have the girls' resumes and headshots because we don't know their names at this point. All they are is what we see dancing in front of us with their number pinned to them.
Waiting is probably the hardest part because, you know, you're either going to get a yes or you're going to get a no. Regardless of how you performed, you could have given your all, and if there is still something maybe they were looking for that you didn't quite produce, you might get a no.
No tickets this time. Lisa Estrada simply calls out numbers. Numbers that determine the fate of 141 hopefuls and 13 veterans.
Please listen for your number. If you are called, please stay, okay? But again, thank you very much, everyone. You did a really nice job of it. Okay, here we go. 140, 84.
Waiting for Lisa to call my number is probably the most nerve-wracking moment of my life. Thinking that if she doesn't call my number, I'm done. All that work that I put in today, I'm done. Or she calls my number and I'm like, I can't breathe yet. I actually have to keep going. I have to keep pushing. It's incredible, but at the same time, it's like, oh no, here it comes.
When we were waiting for our numbers to be called, we all like to hold hands just to support each other because we all want everyone to make it through every single round and make it back onto the team.
just like sitting there like just hoping and hoping that we're gonna hear our numbers called. And it's hard because you want to like pay attention to know if your friend's number is called next to you, but obviously you can't remember everybody's numbers. But when I hear my number, I just took a deep breath. Like you just was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders.
125, 22, and 104. Everyone else, thank you very much. Again, we appreciate you coming out today. Really appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day.
Round 2 is complete. In short order, 486 applicants have been whittled down to the 89 who enter round 3. Yet 2 more cuts are still ahead today. And for the few who survive, a long week ahead as finalists.
I felt like my hand was gonna fall off because Tiana squeezed mine so quickly.
I'm so relieved. Yes. When she left, she waited till like the end to call my number, so I was like, oh.
I am like literally so shocked that I even got this far, so I'm so excited.
Yeah. Halfway through day 1, I didn't expect to make it this far. It's really like very exciting, and yeah, I just feel like I'm already halfway there to like making my dreams come true.
After the first round and the second round, and as we progress, the judges get a little tougher. We are, you know, narrowing down to find girls that we absolutely see on the team. And the fewer the numbers as you bring it down, the easier it is to really zero in on those characteristics that we would like to see in the Laker girl team.
In the rest of today's audition, I feel like I just need to do what I did the first round. I just need to go out there and show them what I can do and that I can be a great performer and a good representative of the Laker girls.
You can definitely feel the tension in the air. There's a lot less girls here, so you can see shifting eyes, and we're all looking around like, who's gonna get it? And it's definitely exciting, but nerve-wracking.
There are amazing, talented girls here. And you would think that being closer, you're more excited and more feeling a lot more stable, but I'm not feeling that at all. I'm feeling a lot more nervous than ever because I'm that much closer, but it can be taken away so fast over one mistake, one loss of a movement that can throw me off for the rest of the dance.
On the next episode of Laker Girls, our cameras bring more behind-the-scenes access to the 3rd and 4th rounds of Audition Day, narrowing the field to 36 finalists for 22 spots on the squad.
To watch someone mess the choreography up or forget it altogether when they've just been on the dance team, it's disappointing.
The pressure is sky high for the returning veterans who must compete each year to hold on to their coveted spot on the team.
Here we go. Please listen for your number.
It's hard whenever you do look up and you do open your eyes, and the reality of the situation is that not everybody's number is called.
They all roll the dice, though, when they come here today.
It's very hard to see your teammates, your friends get cut, and it's kind of a jolt back to reality that this is real, and this is something, it could be gone at any second.
While the would-be Laker Girls rookies anxiously await the opportunity to finally introduce themselves to the judges.
This is their first impression of you.
The 4th round is a very intense round. It's very awkward. Very awkward. The judges sit there and they stare at you, and you stand there and you stare back at them with the biggest smile on your face.
I had the nerves, and of course, after 7 hours of dancing today, I've kind of spinning in my head.
For the 89 left in the hunt to become a Laker girl, a lot of work is still ahead. For some, there will be heartbreak. Others will move one step closer to their dream.
I have wanted to be a Laker girl since I was 3 years old, which was the first time I watched them perform at a home game.
Gonna take it all. No one's stopping me. The pain I'm gonna feel is worth the victory. I'm a champion, always #1. Gonna take it all. Gonna take it all.
almost 500 would-be Laker girls applied for a place on one of the most famous dance teams in the world. In a rapid-fire first 2 rounds of auditions, many were eliminated due to the pressure and the high level of the competition. Now, starting round 3, only 89 candidates remain, and the drama of becoming the next Laker girl is only just beginning. Under the bright lights of LA, there is a strong desire to take center stage.
I've been waiting for this moment since when I was a little girl.
You know, a little nervous. I don't know exactly what to expect.
Bella, you want to help me pack up? They want me, they want me. I just really hope they do.
Among these iconic boulevards, dreams are made.
As soon as they call your number, your heart's beating like crazy.
And hopes are crushed.
It's like just hitting.
Imagine if you had a job that you had to re-interview for every single year and you're up against 500 candidates.
The fight to join a legendary sports franchise delivers both agony and elation.
This is Lisa Estrada.
Some of the most beautiful and athletic dancers will have to perform like champions.
It's pretty intense.
Left arm, right arm.
Every year is so different, and you just never know what each year is going to hold for you.
I'm so thankful to be here today. Thank you. I'm number 45.
Because even in the City of Angels, a pretty face will only get you so far.
We all kind of want them to remember us, so I'm the blonde girl with the white bikinis.
Who will get the coveted call and become one of the world-famous Laker girls?
I moved all the way to Los Angeles for this, and if I don't make the team, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What began with 486 dancers with Laker Girl dreams has been whittled down to 89 hopefuls. But this long day of auditions is only halfway over. Those still standing prepare for a new challenge in round 3.
It's pretty intense. Everything's going really fast, and I hear we have a long day, so we want to stay hydrated, eat a lot, and I don't think any audition that you usually go on a day-to-day basis is ever this long. So that's pretty intense, but it's fun. I love watching all the other girls perform. We're just hoping to see who's gonna make it to the end of the day.
I think I'm just as good as the other girls who are here. I mean, I deserve to be here. And I think that it's just a matter of my nerves, whether or not they're gonna get to me and mess with my head.
Pretty good, yeah. I've never gotten this far. This is the farthest I've ever gotten, so exciting.
One cut at a time, one step at a time.
I'm really excited. You never know what they're looking for, and you never know how far you're gonna make it every single time, so it's always like a little surprise.
It's a great feeling to know that, you know, you have so little time to learn choreography, and then you have to be put on the spot like that, and to know that you keep moving forward, because, you know, obviously the judges see something in you and in your performance. It's honestly a great feeling. I'm really excited right now.
It's a really great experience. I'm just having a lot of fun with it. Like, I'm not trying to overthink things, and I'm not getting my hopes up, but I'm preparing for the worst. I'm not having like high expectations or anything, but I just want to go out there, have fun, and do my best.
I feel amazing to make it this far. It's really an honor. I think as a dancer, auditions are very difficult, so whenever you get to this point, it's just a confidence booster and really an amazing opportunity.
It feels amazing. Like, I came in here so, like, whatever happens, happens, and I'm so thankful to be here. Like, 3rd round, so excited.
I'm feeling really blessed. Like, I feel so lucky to even get this far. Like, they've had like 400 girls, and now we're down to like, I don't know, 60 or 70, and I just feel really fortunate to even get this far.
There's a lot of like older girls here. I definitely feel a little bit young, but I guess you just gotta have emotion and showmanship and channel all that energy into the audition, and hopefully it's good.
For this stage of the selection process, choreographer Shannon Steen will teach the survivors a brand new routine, one they will have to quickly master, because it is what they will perform in front of the judges.
We're gonna shimmy. Down, 2, lean back, clap, 5, 6, 7, smack your bum.
Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Show me what you got.
When we get to the third round, it is sort of the middle of the process. We've weeded out the masses. We've seen them dance another round of a certain type of combination. And in the third round, we're looking at a different style of dancing.
Pivot, kick, look left.
And we are getting a little more picky about what we're looking for as for the Laker Girl look, the Laker Girl dance style. And there's still quite a bit of the audition process left.
6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3.
And all these dancers come from different backgrounds, have different dance studio styles, things like that. I'm gonna have 22 girls, or 18, depending on who's performing, out on the court. I want those ladies to look as one. I want them to be in unison. And sometimes when you have a different style of dancer that's more of a soloist or something, they tend to add their own special flair to it. And in this job, you just can't.
I'm not used to the style that the Lakers have, and that's something that I'm really gonna have to grow and adapt to. Everything I'm learning here, the choreography, the technique, and really pick up on the style that I'm seeing from the coach when they're imitating all the moves, so I can really fine tune and fit in with the Laker style.
Look left. 10, and 6, 7, 8.
The novelty piece, you would think that it would be a lot more easier, that there's not so much technique in it, but it's a lot harder because you're not used to those kind of movements in a dance.
The novelty dance was to teach me how to shimmy, so novelty is just very fun and a lot of like facial expressions. You really get to show your personality, which is fun.
I'm really just excited. I really do feel confident that I know the routine and I know the material, and so now all I can do is go out there and show them what I got.
When Laker Girls comes back, it's time to rise and shine as the 89 remaining candidates hit the dance floor for their third round routine.
My nerves are higher than ever.
We will see who survives for the inside track to glory and who will be taking that long road home.
This is my third time.
This is my first time. This is my second time auditioning to be a Laker Girl.
It would mean so much to become a Laker Girl.
I want to be an ambassador for the Lakers. We're all nervous and excited, and hopefully everything goes well. There's so many pretty and talented girls. Everyone's just comparing themselves to each other.
You really just have to give it your all and just leave it out on the floor.
Maybe nerves just got the best of me.
I might not have enough experience.
There are some things that you have control over, and there's some things you don't have control over.
I did what I could. It's really in their hands.
Front, look to the side, to the front, keep it front, 8. So we're gonna do the same thing, okay? Calling out numbers, the on-deck process. Everyone good? We're all right? Fabulous.
Round 2 on, I don't judge. I facilitate and run the event. I call the numbers out. I get to actually have fun, which is kind of nice, because then I get to watch the girls and see how well they're doing. To be very honest with you, there are times when I like a girl in the 3rd or 4th round, and I'm like, oh, that, number, blah, 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 is very good. I can't wait to meet her. And then at the end of the day, she's not there. And I'm a little crushed because I thought there was something about her, but obviously the judges didn't.
With Lisa and the judges ready to go, the tension is high and nerves are frayed. The ladies have one shot to nail this new routine. One mistake, and it's don't let the door hit you on the way out.
We are getting a little more nitpicky as to what we're looking for because you're seeing girls next to each other and you're trying to figure out a chemistry and see who looks good dancing next to someone else, or if this person doesn't really quite have that Laker girl sports style or what have you. So, you know, the eagle eye really comes in and we start getting a little more nitpicky about what we're looking for.
We're getting ready to do our novelty audition. My nerves are higher than ever. A novelty routine is a routine that doesn't have a lot of technique, but is more fun for the audience to enjoy. A lot of hips and whips and all that good stuff. I was so nervous that you could probably see it on my face with a huge smile.
The third round's a little different than the second round. They teach it to you just as fast, but it has a little bit more personality than technique in the dancing, which was more fun to play with and show them who I was. But I was also a little nervous because, I mean, it's the third round, it's getting more competitive, and you don't know what they're looking for. I think being this close to being on the team makes me want it so much more than when I first came in for the audition. I'm just so excited and nervous as well because I look around and all these girls look awesome. I think the third round went really, really well. It was really fun. It was to this shimmy song, so we got to play around a little more and be a little flirtatious with our dancing. I really tried to show the judges, you know, my personality and that I really want to be here, and I was proud of myself. I think that I gave it my all out on the floor, and that's all you can do.
Get up now, get up now, get up, get up, get up. Come on, baby, get up now. Move your feet, come on, get up now.
I think I just really focused on my cleanliness and sharp motions because that's what Lisa really wants out of her girls. So I have tons of friends that have been on the squad before and they've said, make sure you're clean and sharp. That's all she wants. She wants you guys to look like one person as a team. So that's what the main thing was that I did to stand out.
Some girls come from Santa Barbara, Utah, Arizona, Kansas City, Cleveland. It's really neat to see how so many people want to be a part of this organization that actually come in from out of town.
Number 41, number 11, and number 110.
Dancers come from all over the country to the bright lights of LA to chase this seemingly impossible dream. One young Laker girl wannabe is willing to give up everything to wear the purple and gold.
My name is Aubrey. I'm from Chandler, Arizona, and this is my first time trying out to be a Laker girl. I started dancing at the age of 3, and from there on out, I have yet to stop. It's something that I'm completely and positively passionate about, and I currently am dancing for Arizona State University and cheering for them. So being here is just crazy to me.
I met Aubrey at a dance workshop I held in June. She came up to me and introduced herself. What I do remember me personally about her was her smile. When she starts dancing and she knows the choreography and she feels confident, she has a great smile, and her showmanship is very, very good. I'm sure that is something that she's been told throughout her life of dancing, because it's very nice to see out on the court or stage, I can imagine. So I remember that.
If I make Laker Girls, there's no question in the world I am leaving Arizona State and coming and moving out here to be a Laker girl. No question. I have to think about, okay, if I do make it, I have to leave. I leave school, I move to LA, and I gotta start thinking ahead of the game. It's nerve-wracking being 19 years old, leaving where you're from to come do your dream. That's nerve-wracking. But at the same time, it's like, oh my goodness, it can be for real. like, it's a crazy feeling.
Stay tuned when the returning veterans take their shot at earning one of the coveted roster spots.
You just have a lot more on the line when you're a returner and you have higher expectations.
Don't go anywhere as the pressure continues to build on Laker Girls. Throughout the day, the veterans hang together on the side and put on a brave face. But behind their beautiful facades lies a gut-wrenching truth. They are scared to death of the competition.
I think here the veterans are returning back this year. I think we have a great support system. We're just cheering each other on, and I think that pumps me up even more. My fear is like the new girls that are auditioning this year.
Usually the returners do, for whatever reason, end up sitting together in the corner or somewhere in the gym. I think it's just because, you know, it helps us kind of stay in a relaxed frame of mind without getting super nervous or, you know, overworking ourselves mentally. And it's just a way for us to still kind of stick around together, because for all we know, it could be the last time that we're all getting to dance together or even hang out together as one team.
I think it's harder to keep a spot than it is to get a spot on any of these teams. And so knowing what they know of the experience that they've had for at least 1 year, and they had a wonderful time being a Laker girl and a part of the organization, they want it badly. They want it again. And so they have a lot more to lose having been on the team than they would just coming in for the first time auditioning. You know, most people come in for the first time auditioning hoping to get as far as they can, and if they make the team, that's wonderful.
5, 6, 7 ball change, passe, lift in.
I think that I need to just go out there and, you know, show the judges that I've been practicing. You know, I have the dance ability and the showmanship, and that I love to perform, and hopefully they can see that. I think the judges and Lisa are looking for girls who have great performance, are fit, and also great dancers.
I really, really enjoyed watching Teresa. When you first see her, she seems very cutesy and like a little doll, but then when she dances, she has a subtle sexiness to her, which I think, you know, you can't not watch her. She's a beautiful girl and a great dancer, and she's someone that I do really enjoy watching.
Teresa's a pro. She's a fantastic dancer. She knows how to put the whole package together. When she walks in the room, her makeup's right. Her hair is perfect. I don't know what she does. Her hair doesn't get messed up. And she's dancing hard. And fantastic performer, and just in such control and great technique, and a great representative of the organization. But, you know, I look at her and I just think she's a professional.
I am super excited, anxious, nervous, all of those things. If you could even combine them into one, that's what I'm feeling like. I'm just anxious to get out there and learn the dances and get the day over with, kind of, so I can kind of know the outcome for the next month or year of my life, basically. When you're a returner, you know, if you can mess up, but you feel like you're disappointing Lisa or the judges, which some of the judges are choreographers for the Laker girls, and, you know, they've seen you dance before, so I think you just have a lot more on the line when you're a returner, and you have higher expectations from, you know, our choreographers and from Lisa.
I always enjoy coming to an audition and seeing Dara. The thing that's great about Dara is she really thinks out her attire that she's gonna wear for the audition. She doesn't just go to your average like bathing suit store or a Target. She really thinks out her costuming. I believe it would be my understanding. I think she goes through a company where she has it custom made.
She had an outfit on the first day that had a whole lot of purple ruffles and things going on, and a lot of rhinestones and a lot of glitz. She enjoys her costumes.
My favorite that I love so much is Ashley. She's a returner, and she always looks great. She just has such a spunky little personality and attitude, and she just reminds me like of a young Cameron Diaz, and I've always had like a special place for her as kind of a favorite Laker girl.
I did okay. I don't think I messed up. I was a little bit shaky and nervous, but once I got about halfway through, I was pretty comfortable and finished the routine.
Some veterans still instinctively know how to impress the judges, while nerves get the best of others.
To watch someone mess the choreography up or forget it altogether when they've just been on the dance team, if I were to be perfectly honest, it's disappointing.
Sometimes the nerves get the best of them when there's other girls who are being really competitive and doing a really good job and remembering the combinations and looking confident. Regardless of whether you have team experience, you can get cut because the judges don't always know whether you've been on the team or not. At that point, it doesn't really matter because, you know, we're trying to select the absolute best possible team.
The judges sometimes will even go, she was a returner, she surely didn't dance like one. And to me, I'm not saying that's refreshing, but I'm saying, wow, then that person needs to, you know, put a kick in it and get better or whatever it is.
After watching some of the returning ladies perform, Lisa is not impressed.
Please get everything nice and sharp. Immediately from the beginning, even in your own little poses. I'm not quite sure why. I'm speaking for myself, not the judges, but I hear this music, and when I hear that's exactly what I want to see. I want to hear it. I mean, I want to see it nice and sharp. And no offense to anyone who's gone already. I'm just saying, in general, throughout this rest of the day, that's what you need to do. That first impression, that first hit needs to hit. And I feel like it's lacking a little bit.
Less than half the dancers have completed their routine. Now, after Lisa's advice, those that are left try their best to catch a judge's eye.
Today has been one of the most difficult days I have ever faced with as a human being.
The remaining applicants take center stage and fight to keep their place in the spotlight. Less than half of the 89 survivors have completed their third round performance. Some have impressed the judges. Many have not.
That first impression, that first hit needs to hit. I feel like it's lacking a little bit. So whatever you need to do from here on out, make sure you turn that on.
It's time for the rest to take their shot or hit the road.
One of the things is that we're looking for diversity, and this is LA, and there's no shortage of that. So you're not just looking for a Barbie doll in every color. We're looking for all kinds of types, and you're never gonna have a team where every single girl on the team is everything to everybody. But you're gonna have some Laker fans that say, that's my favorite girl, and you're gonna have other Laker fans that say, that's my favorite girl.
To stay off to the side because I'm one of the dancers. If I practice way too much, I start forgetting all the moves I learned and I second guess myself. So my main thing is to stay to the side and go over the things in my head, watch other girls to see maybe there's something they saw the choreographer teach that I might not have seen. And then as it gets closer to my time to go, I'll get up and I'll start practicing again. Every dance team in the NBA has their own style, and having come from the Heat for 3 years, they're very different from the Lakers, and I feel that that's very instilled in my body. And when I came to the auditions today, I really had to mentally prepare myself to get rid of everything I learned on the Heat and to really adapt to everything I'm learning here, the choreography, the technique, and really pick up on the style that I'm seeing from the coach when they're imitating all the moves, so I can really fine-tune and fit in with the Laker style.
I love to see girls come back and maybe they didn't make it as far, but last year, you know, they got to the second round, and this year now they're in the fourth round. I've had girls actually on the team that have auditioned 2, 3, 4 times and then make the Laker girls team. And I love that because I think that makes me feel very happy for them that they worked really hard and they made their goal, and I think that's really neat to see.
I tried out last year and I was still in college in New York, and I just wanted to see how far I would get, and I didn't know it was like a week-long process, so I flew in for Friday, was here Saturday, and I was leaving Monday, and I was like, oh, whoopsies, because I didn't know you had to stay longer. So once I found out I didn't live here, she's like, finish school and come back next year. So now that I've graduated, I'm here to win it.
So I went into this having no expectations at all because I didn't want to get my hopes up again. So I'm just feeling so blessed and thanking God that I'm to this point that I am today because I honestly didn't expect to be.
Last year, Jenny was cut in the final round. 365 days later, she is back, more determined than ever to make the team.
I'm originally from Taiwan, and I was born and raised there till I was 10 years old. And my family and I moved to California, and we've been here ever since. I've been dancing ever since I was a little girl, ever since I could walk. I started ballet back in Taiwan, and when we moved to California, my parents found a dance studio in our neighborhood. And once I got into the studio, the very first thing I saw was pictures and posters of Laker girls. And my very first dance teacher in California was a Laker girl. So since that day I stepped into the studio, it's always been a dream. And to be here now, it's truly a dream come true. I originally tried out actually last year for the Laker girls, and I was lucky enough to have made it to the finals. I think it was truly a lucky time because I've never went through a process like Laker girls before, and I didn't know what to expect. And so this year coming in, there was already that high bar set, and I had one goal in my head: to push and to be at finals.
I was really impressed with a girl named Jenny this year because I remember her from the year before auditioning, and she didn't quite have the whole package put together. She tried hard, she had some good attributes, but I really noticed this year that she's done her homework and she's paid attention and she's trained harder and she's worked harder, and I just thought she looked really, really beautiful. I spotted her right away in the very first round, and I just thought, that was a great thing, that she paid attention, she did her research, and she put the time and the effort into it, and just looked a whole lot better this year.
This year, I'm ready. I know what it is. I know what the process is kind of like because I went through it last year. So I'm a little mentally prepared for it, but I'm going to work my butt off for auditions.
It's make it or break it time for the remaining dancers. Everything they've worked for comes down to this.
I'm so in awe about this whole situation.
But some of these dancers' dreams will live to see another day as Laker Girls continues.
Every year at Laker Girl Auditions, we get hundreds of girls auditioning, and some of them from different parts of the country. People want to come here and be a part of this team, and there's always a lot of talent. And this is the LA market. There's no shortage of pretty talented dancers. But for whatever reason, it just seemed that this year's talent pool was just that much stronger, and I think maybe just a little more prepared.
Lisa calls the numbers in random orders, so you never know what number is going to be called next. So you just have to wait.
On deck, let's have number 3, number 113.
I was probably the third to last group, maybe even the second to last group. So I was just standing there for so long, which I thought made me way more nervous. I would have rather gotten it over with when it was fresh in my body. I think the adrenaline definitely just is gonna kick in. It's a dance, it's hard, it's choreography, but it's also very fun and character-y. You get to like put a character into it. So I'm really excited about that because I feel I'm good at that. When you're out there, it's like a blur. Like that, I'm like so in awe about this whole situation. So I think I did good, but I can't even remember. It's not like, it just happened and then I was off. It's crazy, but I think it went well.
To a lot of people, wearing white in a dance audition where white can tend to be kind of unforgiving, they would consider that a risk. In her case, I thought it was a really, really smart move because it distinguished her from every other blonde there. And she just looked like a beautiful beach girl, you know, that happened to come in off the beach with perfect hair and makeup and the right shoes and could dance.
The final dancers' auditions of round 3 are ready to perform. A dream they have cherished since childhood depends on these next 10 minutes.
This is my second time. I auditioned, I think, about 5 years ago, and it just didn't work out the first time, and I always told myself I would go back and try again, so 5 years later, here I am.
I think I did well. I mean, I was confident in myself. I didn't mess up, so I'm really happy.
I think I did well. You know, I mean, all you can do is do your best and, you know, give it or, you know, put it in God's hands from there. So I think I did well.
I'm really comfortable with character kind of choreography, so I can really kind of play with it. So hopefully my personality just kind of came out in my motions and I just put my own little twist on it.
The third round is officially a wrap. Now the fate of 89 hopefuls is left in the hands of the judges.
It never ceases to amaze me. Every year, there's such a great crop of girls. And it's funny because I say this to Lisa every year that she probably could pick about 3 or 4 teams to put together. It's always stiff competition, and there's never a guarantee. Even as a returner, you can't think that you're just going to make the team again. It just doesn't work that way.
For whatever reason, it just seemed that this year's talent pool was just that much stronger, and I think maybe just a little more prepared. A lot of girls come to the audition and they audition 2-3 times maybe before they make the team, and they walk in and they look around and they see the veterans and they sort of, you know, look at that and say, oh, okay, I get it. I get what this is all about. And they train harder and they do their research and they just come in a little better prepared, knowing that if you're competing against that many girls for a spot, you've got to look game day ready. And for whatever reason, there was just a really, really strong talent pool, as there always is, but far more girls that looked like they could put on the uniform and get out on the court tomorrow.
I think Lisa's looking for a girl who is very talented, yet very humble. A girl that can represent the Lakers with grace and with presence that everyone would like to be around.
Today, I hope the judges will go ahead and help me out and bring it down to a core group of ladies that have the dance technique and the showmanship and all of the other things that make a Laker girl a Laker girl. Hopefully they'll whittle that down and get that to me as soon as possible.
I'm definitely anxious and wanting to know what's going to be going on, but at the same time, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited to see what's to come.
I think I did really well. I worked really hard, and I tried to do everything sharp and look like a Laker girl.
I'm very hopeful. I got a lot farther than I did in previous years, so very comfortable right now.
You never know really what the judges want. They tell you, but you never know, and you're always anxious and on edge to hear back from them.
I'm a little nervous. I didn't forget anything, but I felt like everybody was so good this round. I don't know how they're going to pick.
Well, I had a few flubs on the last round, so I don't know. This could be it for me, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I'm nervous at every cut. Every time I'm holding my stomach, just making sure I hear my number, but it's always nerve-wracking to hopefully hear your number.
We did our part now, so there's nothing else we can do. So just anxious to hear the numbers.
I think I did pretty good. It was a really fun routine to a really old song that I actually danced to when I was younger, so it was exciting to dance to it again. But yeah, I think it went well. Fingers crossed.
Stay with Laker girls as the buzzer has sounded on round 3.
Everybody's tired, bodies are tired.
Hard decisions must be made. Decisions that will cut lifelong dreams short.
I want it so bad.
Don't go anywhere as the pressure continues to build on Laker girls. The third round has come and gone, and 89 girls have danced their hearts out. But now it's up to the judges to decide who will move on to the final round of the audition process.
After the third round, when we're in the judges' room, numbers are being read off based on who received a majority of yeses to move on to that next round. On the judging panel, there are people who know the Laker girls and know who's a veteran and who's not. And then there's other people who are new to the judging panel or don't recall from the year before who was a veteran or not, which is a good thing because, you know, you want to have a really objective eye.
You're basically waiting around, waiting to hear if you're going to go on to the third round. I had a couple girlfriends who I'd gone to the audition with, and we were just sitting and talking about what we thought was going to come, what was going through the judges' heads. You know, you're looking around at the other girls, because everybody there looks like they could be on the team, so it's really competitive. So you're trying to keep calm, but you're so excited, and you're just wanting them to call your number so bad.
We're sitting here waiting for Lisa to announce who will go on to finals next week, and we're all extremely nervous. It's been a very long day. Everybody's tired, bodies are tired, minds are tired.
These ladies, please stay. We'll be moving into another round, okay? Here we go.
At the end of the day, I think we've all just went out and we did our best, and we're just hoping that it works out in our favor, and there's nothing else we can do about it at this point.
2, 3, 13, 15, 16, 18.
Now Lisa's calling out everyone's number, and the first thing going through my head is to remember my own number and wait a minute, did she call my number? Because that's the worst, to think she called you and you really didn't get called and you get your hopes up, or to think you're not called and turns out you were called.
68, 70, 74, 78.
Sitting and waiting to hear Lisa hopefully call my number is the worst part about the audition. All the hard work that you've put in all day could be taken away so fast. It's scary, but at the same time, it's so worth it, especially to maybe be closer to being a Laker girl.
140.
Finally, I heard my number and my heart jumped because this is something I really want to do.
And that is it. Thank you all very much, everyone else. Really appreciate you staying with us today. Please come back next year. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Everyone who did make it through this next cut, please come on out to the center logo so I can talk to you and tell you what you're doing.
As Lisa reads off the numbers, reality hits the veterans right between the eyes. 2 from their beloved squad have been cut.
2 of my friends just got cut after the third round, and it's You know, it's kind of disheartening because I've spent a year getting to know these girls and I wanted them to be, you know, going through the audition process with me and be by my side. And so it's really kind of a sad moment.
I don't judge, but sitting back and watching the performances and watching it kind of all happen, you just feel so bad. I didn't know if they would get cut or not, to be honest with you. I didn't know what was going through the judge's mind, but I know they could have done better.
After auditioning for the last 3 years, it's kind of become a thing where you just understand that people getting cut is possibly something that can come with the territory of this industry and this audition process. And so nobody should come into auditions with expectations that they're gonna make it.
Emotionally, I just feel for them. I feel horrible, and I wish there was something I could do to make it better for them, but I can't.
I think it's just really hard because when you're close to people, it's a lot harder to tear yourself away from them when you see how sad and upset that they are. It makes it harder for you to go on and be happy for yourself.
I guess they kind of did it on their own. It was their actions, but I enjoyed working with them, and they all roll the dice, though, when they come here today.
I messed up on both routines, so I think it happened. So, yeah.
It is hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. Sometimes I get a little choked up seeing that, but it still does, of course, tug at my heartstrings because I'm human and I was a dancer as well.
41 girls will leave today with hopes dashed. Their dreams of wearing purple and gold are no more.
I'm thankful that I was eliminated now rather than dragging it out to the end. If they weren't interested, then they're not interested. I'm a dancer. I go through this pretty much every day. I go to auditions every day, so it's not that hard anymore. It's life now. It's part of my life, the dancer's life.
It was a fun experience, so it was good to get through all the rounds and do the different styles, and what's meant to be will be, and clearly it wasn't meant to be today.
It's gonna hurt. I've taken one before.
It's always next year.
I'd love to fight, but I said and tried it all. The dance is over, and the band left the hall.
So now that we are moving on to the next round, this is actually more of a little more fun for you, we hope.
For 48 girls, the quest continues. They move on to the fourth round and get ever closer to their holy grail. Now they have a chance to really stand out when they introduce themselves to the judges for the first time.
And think of 4-8 counts. It's not hard.
Oh, this is crazy. This is really crazy. So we'll see how this round goes. Really excited to learn another routine.
It was my first year auditioning, and I didn't expect to get this far at all. I don't even know what's to come. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful.
Oh my goodness. I'm in the fourth round. Like, this is a big round that I'm about to go into. Hopefully just keep doing what I'm doing because I guess the judges might like me.
On the next episode of Laker Girls, we go even deeper behind the scenes as our 48 finalists move on to the fourth and final round of audition day.
You can never take a first impression back when you introduce yourself to someone.
This is the first time I've ever had to do this.
I kind of just put it all out there on the dance floor, and now I'm just hoping to hear what's going to happen next.
Good evening, judges. I'm very excited to be here.
I would really be honored to be a part of this organization.
And I would love to be a returning member of the Los Angeles Laker Girls
and perform for all the fans.
The Laker Girls are very inspirational, so I would love to be a part of that inspirational team.
I've always wanted to push myself as far as I could as far as dancing.
Thank you.
With no room for error, the dancers have one last chance to impress the judges before the final cut.
I was definitely really nervous. What if I choke? What if I say the wrong thing? Or, you know, what if I forget my name?
I wanted to do the backflip, and then it just kind of happened, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing it. So I did it.
As success gets closer for some, others will suffer the bitter taste of losing their dream this late in the game.
I want this so bad. So bad.
Our cameras bring more behind-the-scenes access, narrowing the field to 36 finalists for 22 spots on the squad. The pressure is sky high for the returning veterans.
So I would really like for that dream to continue.
See how it all goes down next time on Laker Girls. Nearly 500 talented dancers applied for a spot on one of the most famous dance teams in the world. After 3 demanding rounds of auditions, 48 candidates survived. Now, that number must be cut down again as the hopefuls continue their quest into round 4. As the cuts get deeper, the stakes get higher, and the pressure goes off the charts on Laker Girls. Under the bright lights of LA, there is a strong desire to take center stage.
I've been waiting for this moment since when I was a little girl.
Even a little nervous. I don't know exactly what to expect.
Bella, you want to help me pack up? They want me, they want me. I just really hope they do.
Among these iconic boulevards, dreams are made.
As soon as they call your number, your heart's beating like crazy.
And hopes are crushed.
It's like just hitting.
Imagine if you had a job that you had to re-interview for every single year and you're up against 500 candidates.
The fight to join a legendary sports franchise delivers both agony and elation.
This is Lisa Estrada.
Some of the most beautiful and athletic dancers will have to perform like champions.
It's pretty intense. Left arm, right arm.
Every year is so different, and you just never know what each year is going to hold for you.
I'm so thankful to be here today. Thank you. Oh, I'm number 45.
Because even in the City of Angels, a pretty face will only get you so far.
We all kind of want them to remember us, so I'm the blonde girl with the white bikinis.
Who will get the coveted call and become one of the world-famous Laker Girls?
I moved all the way to Los Angeles for this, and if I don't make the team, I don't know what I'm going to do.
What began with almost 500 dancers with Laker Girl dreams has been narrowed down to 48 hopefuls. They have reached the 4th and final round of the day. Now, they get a chance to meet one-on-one with the judges and perform a solo dance routine that will ultimately determine their fate.
Now that we are moving on into the next round, this is actually more of a little more fun for you, we hope. You're going to come out from the line. You're going to go up to the table, the judges' table, and you're going to introduce yourself. Afterwards, you back up. You come to the center logo, stand, profile, profile, turn, 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 and then start your 8 counts. Okay? So we want side, side. Just give us all 3 sides. Front, back, side, da-da. And then do your 8 counts. 4. And then you mosey on back to line. And then the next girl will come out. This is the time for you to show us if you do any specialties. If you have not tumbled in a year or 2 or 3 or 5, do not tumble. It won't give you the job. We're not big tumblers. It's not like we have to have a gymnastics team. So I definitely want you to show us what you do best. It's your own choreography. We're not judging your choreography. We just want you to go out there and do something you feel more comfortable because it's your body, your movement, and do something in 4 8 counts for us.
You can never take a first impression back when you introduce yourself to someone.
Okay, 10 minutes. Go do whatever you need to, yes.
We just want, a few seconds of their name, where they're from, why did they audition for us today, and then they go back, they do profiles, and then they do 4/8 counts of their own choreography. We're not judging them on their choreography at all. We just want to see what makes them tick.
We actually get a chance to see the girls a little more up close and personal. So not only are we seeing them up close, whereas we've been watching them dance from a little bit of a distance, we're seeing their whole image and their whole look that much closer to us, and we actually get to put a name to the face and hear a voice.
We've already seen their dance ability. We've seen what they can do. We've seen their personality through their dancing, but now we're actually getting the chance to hear them speak.
Laker girls aren't just for show. They're a huge, huge part of the Laker brand, and they're ambassadors that are being sent out into the community all season long doing promotional events, and they have to be able to speak and shake hands and kiss babies and do all of that promotional end of the gig. And to hear their voice is really an important part of the whole thing. And I don't want to say that it's a make or break, but when we get to hear them talk, sometimes people move up in the ranks because they were that much more likable.
It's important that I believe that the girls are heartfelt, that they are down to earth, but they're friendly and they're well spoken. It's very important.
I'm really excited, I'm really nervous, and I'm kind of shocked. I didn't think I was gonna make it this far. Either girl on the side of me like messes up, I don't want to get distracted, but once I would be on the team and like we dance as a family, I think you pay attention more like as a whole, but for right now it's like every man for himself.
I actually feel very comfortable speaking in front of people, and so I'm excited to be able to go up to the judges and speak to them, show them my personality, and then be able to do 4/8 counts of my own choreography.
We're about to go into the 4th round right now, and we're all in a line. We're all standing in one straight single file line, and right in front of us are the panel of judges. And we get to see each girl, whoever is left, go up there and do their solo, introduce themselves to the judges. It's our first encounter with them, first encounter with Lisa, first time being presented to the judges and letting them see you talk and be up close and personal. And at this time, you get to be there by yourself, so you have every single judge's attention on you. You're not a number out of 500 girls anymore. You get to be in front of them as Jenny.
The 4th round is a very intense round. It's very awkward, very awkward. The judges sit there and they stare at you, and you stand there and you stare back at them with the biggest smile on your face. It's the first time that you're gonna be able to make an impression other than just dancing.
This is our moment to basically showcase ourselves to the judges, to show them what we have and that we have what it takes to be a Laker girl.
Okay, number 2, right? Come on up.
When Laker Girls comes back, the final 48 candidates show what they can do in their 4th round solo performance.
Stood there and thought, I can't believe I just said that.
The remaining applicants take center stage and fight to keep their place in the spotlight when Laker Girls continues after this. With Lisa and dancers lined up and ready to go, the pressure cooker that is round 4 is officially underway.
My name is Maggie. I'm 19 years old, number 13. The Laker Girls are very inspirational, so I would love to be a part of that inspirational team. And performing in front of thousands of people is literally a tremendous dream come true. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
My number is 120. I'm originally from a tiny cow town in Northern California, but I moved out to Orange County, and I now attend Cal State Fullerton, and I'm pursuing what I've always been passionate about, which is dance.
Baby, tonight, we're gonna lose ourselves tonight. Gonna feel so good all night. Gonna lose control until the morning light. The morning light. Hey, come on, everybody, let's get
dream of mine to be a Laker girl ever since I can remember. Watching all the games with my dad since I was a child and seeing the girls on TV has made this a huge dream of mine.
It's all about the music, so get up on the floor. Yeah, yeah, get up on the floor. Yeah, yeah, get up on the floor.
Every time I see a girl go up and finish, I get more nervous as the line gets cut down closer to me. And I keep running through my head exactly what I want to say, and I want to make sure I say the right things, and I just want them to get to know me. You know, I want them to know that I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so excited for them to have let me made it this far, and I would work so hard, and I've worked so hard, and I will work harder, you know, for this job.
And I'm originally from Taipei, Taiwan, so I speak fluent Taiwanese as well as Chinese Mandarin and English. I like to think so. And
then I realized that I'm currently speaking English to them. I can't believe I just said that.
Jenny really stands out to me. She is a girl that I have remembered from the last, I believe, 2 seasons of auditioning, and every year she keeps looking better. I think that she comes off as a very sweet girl. She reminds me of a Hawaiian Tropic model, and also it's very impressive that she speaks fluent Chinese.
My name is Erica. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. And the reason why I want to be a Laker girl is because I wanted to get out of that typical cliche Las Vegas dance type. And the fact that I'm a Lakers fan makes this experience that much more exciting for me. And I feel like this is my chance to shine.
I am really nervous every time I go up to speak to the judges because every moment you get to show yourself, you have to take full advantage of it because you only get a couple of times to show them who you are. I have wanted to be a Laker girl since I was 3 years old, which was the first time I watched them perform at a home game. They are absolutely inspiring people, classy, beautiful, and overall amazing dancers. It'd be a dream come true if I could be a part of that.
You know, my first impression of little Aubrey was, first of all, this beautiful set of white teeth, and I'm pretty sure she never stopped smiling the entire audition process. Like she just seemed so happy to be there and so psyched. And she even mentioned that her entire family was waiting in the parking lot, and they're all diehard Laker fans.
After I ran back to the line after I finished auditioning, I felt like I blacked out. I couldn't remember if I kicked or if I turned, what I said. I was so nervous. Oh, I can't believe it. I was so nervous.
She was just this little fireball of energy, and so you couldn't help but like her. And to back it up, she was a great performer and a great dancer and high energy, and it was that smile and that consistent and constant energy throughout the day that you look at her and you just go, yeah, she's sports entertainment.
As Aubrey finished what could be her last performance, some of those who have helped foster her lifelong dream anxiously await word in the parking lot.
I have the best family support in the world. They're actually even here waiting for me to walk out and tell them whether or not I've made it.
It's a long drive from Arizona. Just a little.
They've been standing outside all day, and I love them so much. And I appreciate everything that they've done, you know, waiting from 8 in the morning till 10 at night for me, or staying up with me and giving me these pep talks so the next morning I can go out there and, you know, kill that audition. I'm a very lucky, very blessed girl to have such a great family who's behind me 100%.
Stay tuned as some fresh faces step forward and steal the show.
I'm so thankful to be here today. Thank you. Oh, I'm number 45.
The pressure continues to mount on Laker girls. Though some of the dancers may be young and less experienced, their intense passions and radiant personalities shine through and make it hard for the judges to count them out.
If they obviously don't have the confidence to speak to me in a room, more than likely they're not going to be a good fit to send out on the community or on an appearance. So I'm not saying I would veto someone. I can easily work with a quiet person and bring them out of their shell, but I do think that it hinders them with my score.
Hello, my name is Brandy. I'm 18 years old, and I'm from Laguna Niguel, California. I've always wanted to be a Laker girl, and I've always wanted to push myself as far as I could as far as dancing. And what better to do it to perform in front of billions of fans on the court, and I'm so thankful to be here today. Thank you. Oh, I'm number 45. My name is Jamie Lee. I'm 19 years old. I'm coming to you from Mesa, Arizona. And the reason why I would like to be a Laker girl is because I feel it would be such an honor to be a part of something this big of an organization, and it would be a great way to meet new people.
Good evening, judges. My name is Chloe. I'm 18 years old and number 74. I'm from Porter Ranch, California, and it's my dream to be a Los Angeles Laker girl because not only am I a huge Laker fan and I love to dance, but I really want to represent my city in the best way possible while doing what I love to do as well.
When the girls get to come up and introduce themselves and tell us why they auditioned, I can't tell you how, again, entertaining it is because we learn a teeny-weeny bit about them.
Hello, my name is Carla. I am from Atlanta, Georgia.
You live here now?
I do not, but I am prepared to. Yes, I am.
So standing in line, waiting until you go up to talk to the judges and you have to dance, my heart was just beating so much. And when the next girl comes back that was right in front of me, I'm just like, okay, it's my turn. And you have to go up and give it your all and be spunky. But I really, really wanted it by this point, and I figured I have to give it my all. I have to show them how much I want it. I'm number 84, and I'm from Irvine, California, and I would love to be a Laker girl because since I was a little girl, my dance teachers and my friends were Laker girls, and I always admired them so much, and I think it's such an inspiration to little kids.
When Morgan came forward, I noticed when she started speaking that she, seemed very calm, very professional, seemed to have a good head on her shoulders.
Tried to be myself because I think that's the best thing you can be, and I really just tried to show them who I was. Thank you. In my dancing, I try to show them, some technique that I've been training for years, and also my personality, because I think as a Laker girl, you're out there and you're pumping up the crowd.
highly competitive. We'll have to see how it goes. There were a handful of other girls that were sort of her type as well, and you can't help but compare type to type. But she did a nice job. We'll have to see how the other judges feel about it as well.
When dancers with professional NBA dance team experience get nervous in front of the judges, you know the stakes are high.
My name is Shannon. I'm 24 years old, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Dance is my passion. I love the NBA, and I love being on a team.
Were you on a team before?
Yeah, I was on the Cleveland Cavaliers last year. Thanks.
I can see the other girls going before me, and they're all doing amazing, and I'm a little nervous because I don't want to try to imitate or do exactly what they're doing. I want to do my own thing, but I'm at the end of the line, so I don't want them to take all the moves that I might be able to do as well. So, I don't know, it's nerve-wracking.
Well, when Maddie walked up, I had spotted her earlier in the day, and I was hoping against hope that she would be able to speak well and communicate and be professional.
Hi everybody, my name is Maddie and I am from Orlando, Florida. I went to college in Miami where I had got my BA in dance, and I was able also to dance for the Heat for 3 years. I moved out here in October, so I'm here for good. Thank you. And excited with so many mixed emotions that I completely forgot to answer the question of why I wanted to be a Laker girl, and I backed away and did my routine and then stood back in line.
Although she sort of forgot to talk about why she wanted to be a Laker girl, she did so well talking about everything else that it just didn't seem to matter.
The clock is ticking for the remaining dancers who are determined to make the squad. And one performer shows us something no one was expecting.
I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing it. So I did it.
The time has come to put up or shut up. More than half of the 48 dancers with Laker Girl Dreams have performed their fourth-round routines. Some of the girls continue to impress the judges, making the Laker Girl veterans have to watch their back as they continue their fight to move on to the next round. With round 4 heating up, the remaining dancers know what they have to do and get ready to give it all they have.
Throughout the day, when you're watching these girls from a little bit of a distance and watching them strictly dance, the ones that you really, really like, that think they would be a good part of the team and they have the whole package, you're really pulling for them to do well when they step forward and start speaking, because, you know, the judges feel like they have everything else that it requires to be a Laker girl, and you're hoping and praying that when they open their mouth, something intelligent comes out.
Hi everyone, I'm Linty and I'm number 97. Linty? Like Linty Pocket?
L-I-N-T-Y, like that?
It's really, really confusing. L-Y-N-H-T-H-Y, 2 silent H's. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
There was one girl that stood out to me. She's a beautiful girl and was such a great dancer.
Why wouldn't I want to be a Laker girl? I grew up being a part of a team, either it being studio, dance team, cheer, college hip-hop team, and I'm kind of missing that sense of like community. I really love being a part of a group, and I don't see any better franchise than the Lakers to share my passion for performing. It's been on my to-do list forever, and it's my first time making it to auditions, and I would just be so proud to be representing a team like Lakers.
First time auditioning?
Yeah, and then last time the doors were shut. I dance for a living, I live to dance, so it's just what I love to do.
Oh my God.
So waiting in line felt like hours. I was pretty far down in the line, so you're trying to like think of things that you want to do to impress the judges while you're watching other girls doing really cool stuff, and you're like trying to top it or something. And so the line part was very stressful. But then again, when it comes to you and you get that moment, it was worth the wait, obviously. So it was fun.
Hi, my name is Andy. I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona, so I'm super excited about Steve Nash coming to the Lakers. Always been a huge fan of the NBA and just really the Laker girls in general, representing that organization as well as they do, wholesome and classy, and to be a part of that would be amazing.
I wanted to do the backflip. I just kind of thought I would go up there and see how I felt and just feel their energy out and my energy out.
She started doing her solo, and then she threw out this round up back handspring back tuck towards the judge's table, a gymnastics trick. I didn't expect it out of her. It was a surprise because, up until that point all day, she had no way of showing that off. So it was really fun to see that coming out of her because I didn't expect it.
It just kind of happened, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing it. So I did it.
For the next few dancers, it is a make it or break it moment when they put everything on the line.
Hello, I'm number 24, also known as Rebecca. I am 22 and I'm originally from Denver, Colorado, and I just moved to California about 4 weeks ago, loving every moment of it.
Hello, my name's Katie. I'm 26 years old. I'm number 65.
My name is Jensen. I'm number 117. I'm from Laguna Hills, California originally, but I've recently moved to Pasadena, and so far so good.
I would like to be a Laker girl because I've always wanted to be one since I first saw them on the television when I was younger, and I feel like I possess the similar attributes that I see performed, such as stunning, beauty, classy, elegant, and poise.
And I would love to be a Laker girl because it's always been a dream of mine. I tried out a few years ago, didn't make it, and I always told myself, no matter what, I'm gonna try again.
Also, I'd be able to share my gift of dance with as many people as possible in the Staples Center and around the world. And I get to wear yellow as much as I can. It's amazing.
I want to kind of tell you why today is especially emotional and meaningful for me. As some of you know, I was on the team 2 years ago. I spent 2 championship years here, and they were some of the best years of my life. But unfortunately, my time was cut short due to responsibilities I had to attend to in order to pursue my goals in school.
Since then, I've gotten married, and I have the biggest supporter, so it's now or never. And why not spread the word and Laker love all the way to Kansas City?
So, do you live in Kansas?
I do currently, yes.
And you and your hubby would move to Los Angeles if you get this job? Wow.
If I made it, yes.
Did you make it, how far did you make it last time? I'm sorry to ask you these questions.
Yeah, after the second musical theater
part. Okay. The novelty.
Got
it. So it's Katie, correct?
Katie, yes. Thank you.
I spent the last 2 years working extremely hard and devoting a lot of my time to just school. But I've come to a point where now that doesn't have to be my main goal, and I would love the opportunity to be able to come back here and experience the joy that I had those 2 years if you'd let me, of course. So thank you very much.
Being a Laker girl would mean accomplishing my #1 dream. I've always seen them on TV and have been like starstruck every time I see them. And just being able to perform for thousands of fans for my favorite team, getting to wear my favorite color every day, oh my gosh, it's like be the best thing.
When Laker Girls returns, the veterans get their chance to impress the judges and show them they still have what it takes.
This job has allowed me to grow as a dancer and as a person.
The fight to stay in that purple and gold spotlight when Laker Girls continues after this. The veterans are ready to take their shot. It is time to use all of their training and experience, because for some, this might be their last chance before the judges.
I am number 123, and I'm 23 years old. My name is Kelsey, number 109. I'm originally from Santa Clarita in California. Hi, judges. My name is Julie. I'm originally from Westlake Village, California. I just finished my first season as a Laker girl.
My name is Jacqueline, and I am so excited to be here today to be auditioning for my second year.
I love to dance and perform. Not only does this job fulfill that passion for me, but I've also grown so much as an individual. I remember being up here last year and thinking I'm so excited about taking the court, being in front of all the people, but it's been so much more than that.
Off the court is the most rewarding part, being able to meet the fans, give back to the community. It has been so amazing. It's been such a dream of mine.
I'm just so intensely in love with what I'm doing, and you can't beat that feeling. So thank you for having me here today, and yeah.
Come on, shake that thing. All around the world, you gotta. You know you gotta. All around the world, you gotta shake it. Just shake it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley. I'm from Yorba Linda, California. I'm auditioning today to be a Los Angeles Laker girl because the past 4 years have been a dream come true, being a part of the Laker Girls squad. So I would really like for that dream to continue.
Come on, shake that thing. All around the world, you gotta. You know you gotta. All around the world, you gotta shake it. Just shake it.
I keep thinking of different answers, like what do they want to hear? What do I want to tell them? What's important to me? And as much as I rehearse what I want to say, it always comes out differently when I'm in front of them. So it's better for me to not practice and just say whatever comes out.
Hello, everyone. My name is Teresa, and I'm number 138, and I'm originally from San Diego, California. And I would love to be a returning member of the Los Angeles Laker Girls because obviously I love to dance and I love the Lakers, but aside from that, I love going out into the community and working at charitable events where we meet so many people who look to us for inspiration, but really those are the people that inspire me every day.
A little more comfortable in this area than learning the dances. I think whenever you're doing your own choreography, they don't know what it is. So if I mess up or I forget something I made up, they have no idea because I can just kind of cover it up and make up something else on the spot. For the past 3 years, I've had the opportunity of being a part of the Laker Girls squad. I feel like every year I've learned something new about myself, and this job has allowed me to grow as a dancer and as a person. The music actually stopped while I was dancing, and all I could think is just keep going. Thankfully, all the girls in the background were really supportive, and they cheer and they yell for you. Then the music came back on.
excited. I feel like for myself it went really well. I kind of just put it all out there on the dance floor, and now I'm just hoping to hear what's going to happen next.
The fourth round is officially in the books. Now the fate of the hopeful 48 lie in the hands of the judges.
It's right there, but I'm young, so I'm 19 still, so if I don't get it, I'm coming back till I get it. Last year, I actually made it to this same exact point, and I got cut. But then I talked to Lisa, and she told me, you know, just come back when you're a little older, grow your hair out a little more. So I did, and I worked really hard this year on eating right and living a healthier lifestyle, and it's really helped. She's really inspired me.
This is an amazing experience. I can't believe I made it this far. I mean, even the first cut, I was nervous. Like, I know I'm a good dancer, but it's always like, are they gonna call my number? You know, it's nerve-wracking.
It was so nerve-wracking, but after it was over, I felt pretty confident in it. I mean, there's a couple things that I heard throughout all the rest of the girls that I wish that I had, like, incorporated in what I got to say to the judges, but I felt pretty good about it.
I'm really nervous. Like, I just came out, and right when they opened the doors, I was already, like, freaking out. I'm really proud that I got this far. I mean, it's my first time, so crossing my fingers, hoping for the best.
Actually really shocked. Like, I didn't think I was gonna make it far this far today, because I actually just had to text my friend back in Arizona to cover my shift tonight. So, and luckily everything worked out.
I am so excited, and I just trying to take it step by step just so I can fully enjoy this process.
Keep it right here, as the toughest decisions of the day must be made.
So these numbers are going to stay moving on into the final round.
Find out who's in and who's out next on Laker Girls. The fourth round has come and gone. 48 aspiring Laker girls have left everything on the dance floor. Now it's up to the judges to decide who will go on and who will go home.
Thank you, everyone, for going through the whole process with us. Love to talk to you after the fact if you'd like. If not, we can talk later. You can call me at any time.
We're sitting waiting for our numbers to be called again, and this is the point in the day when we're definitely tired by now. We know that we've basically done all that we can do, and we're just ready and anxious to hear the outcome.
Today has been one of the most difficult days I have ever faced as a human being.
I've been training my whole life and dancing to be a Laker girl.
I honestly am just ready to hear what the final verdict is. If I'm gonna move on to the interviews, I want this so bad. So bad.
So these numbers are going to stay moving on into the final round. Number 2, 3, 13, 15, 21, 24, 26, 29, 35, 36, 45, 40, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 127, 123, 128, 138, and 140. And everyone else, thank you very much. Please have a lovely rest of the day. Okay? Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
For 14 girls, the dream of wearing purple and gold ends here. They will look back and realize they have gone farther than most. But that is little comfort now in this heartbreaking moment.
My number wasn't called to go on to finalist, and of course, you know, I just wanted it so bad. I think that everything happens for a reason, and I think that I'm gonna take this and, you know, take it as a challenge, and I would love to come back next year and give it my all and audition again.
I'm okay with it. I mean, this was my very first time ever trying out, and I'm just 18, so I'm okay with it came out, and I'll just work on myself and then come back next year.
Just making this far, it's pretty great, you know.
I came in completely blind. I didn't know what to expect at all. I didn't know what to wear. I didn't know like how the dancing would be, but now that I've actually gone that far, I know like for next time what to do and what not to do and stuff like that.
I'm proud of myself for what I did thus far, and I mean it never feels good getting cut, but it's unfortunately a huge part of the industry that we're in as dancers, so.
I wanted to come in and give it my all, and that's what I did. So it's like just hitting.
So if I could have all those numbers, please come on up. Let's meet in the center circle.
So excited, I'm just shaking. I'm so excited. This has been a long day, but every minute was worth it, for sure.
I'm pretty excited. A little giddy.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm excited to meet you. We're going to now go into the final round, which would be the interviews. So we're all going to have a scheduled interview together, and it's a regular job interview. FYI job, which means no dance clothes, dress appropriately. If you don't know what that is, because I'm assuming some girls are probably sitting here that are 18 or such, and maybe have never been on a job interview, you dress professionally.
This has been such a long 8-hour day, the longest day I've ever had before, and I finally made it through. I'm very excited. This is just a step closer. We have interviews after this, and then a call back after this before we can find out if we made it to the team or not. So there's still more to go, but I feel like I've got over the large hump, so I'm really excited about that.
I was ready to just lay in my bed and go to sleep because I was so tired, and I just knew that I wanted to go home, take a shower, and go to bed and be ready for these finals because this is something that I want to do, and this is something that I'm very passionate about.
I'm really excited because now I'm a finalist, and I just can't wait for my interview and then the final dance callback.
Day one is over, and I made it to the finals. So it was a long day, so long, but obviously it paid off, and it was worth it.
For the lucky 34 still standing, a major hurdle has been cleared. They are the finalists who move on to the next phase of the audition process, where they will have a chance to stand out from the rest during one-on-one interviews with Lisa and try to get one step closer to their dream.
It's always been a dream of mine. So when I auditioned a few years ago, I didn't quite make it. So I always told myself I would try again. No fear. Well, since then I've gotten married and moved back to Kansas, and just knowing that my husband and my family are my biggest support system just means the world to me. So I feel like they're the reason why I chose to follow my dream again.
I'm glad that most of my friends are here with me. So hopefully we all make it back for our next season and continue and meet new girls too. So it's really exciting.
We're so excited.
I don't even know each other up and
It's okay.
That's the first thing I looked for. She was full of shit.
On the next episode of Laker Girls, the time has come to find out whose dream will come true and whose lifelong hope will be shattered.
This is Lisa Estrada.
The remaining 34 applicants go through a rigorous interview process.
Today is a make or break day.
And the final callback night gives each dancer one last shot to impress the judges.
You have to be able to talk, answer their questions, and then after you're done interviewing with them, we had to back up and dance for them.
The official 2012-2013 Laker Girls team will be announced next time on Laker Girls.
Gonna take it all. No one's stopping me. The pain I'm gonna feel is worth the victory. I'm a superstar, the brightest ever seen. Chasing
Nearly 500 talented ladies applied for a spot on one of the most famous dance teams in the world. 34 dancers survived the first day of auditions. Now they have one last shot to impress the judges on the final callback night. In the end, 22 girls will be able to call themselves a 2012-2013 Laker Girl. Under the bright lights of LA, there is a strong desire to take center stage.
I've been waiting for this moment since when I was a little girl.
You know, a little nervous. I don't know exactly what to expect.
Bella, you want to help me pack up? They want me, they want me. I just really hope they do.
Among these iconic boulevards, dreams are made.
As soon as they call your number, your heart's beating like crazy.
And hopes are crushed.
It's like just hitting you.
Imagine if you had a job that you had to re-interview for every single year and you're up against 500 candidates.
The fight to join a legendary sports franchise delivers both agony and elation.
This is Lisa Estrada.
Some of the most beautiful and athletic dancers will have to perform like champions.
It's pretty intense.
Left arm, right arm.
Every year is so different, and you just never know what each year is going to hold for you.
I'm so thankful to be here today. Thank you. Oh, I'm number 45.
Because even in the City of Angels, a pretty face will only get you so far.
We all kind of want them to remember us, so I'm the blonde girl with the white bikinis.
Who will get the coveted call and become one of the world-famous Laker Girls?
I moved all the way to Los Angeles for this, and if I don't make the team, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
After surviving the first 6 days, the 34 finalists now move into the final stage of the audition process, the infamous callback night. For the past 3 days, all of the dancers have met with Lisa in a one-on-one job interview.
It is a job interview. It's not a dance audition anymore, not for this particular hour that you're there. You are basically coming in for a job. You're applying for a position. So I explained to them, you do need to be professional, dress appropriately. You don't come in your dance gear.
I'm about to go have my interview with Lisa, and I'm pretty nervous. My heart's beating about 100 miles per hour. My hands are getting sweaty.
And I just have butterflies in my stomach. My legs are shaking, my hands are shaking.
You're essentially coming back to re-interview for your job.
This is real, and this is something, it could be gone at any second.
Lisa doesn't cut us any breaks.
You just really, truly never know what she's going to throw at you.
It's very intense, and you can cut the tension with a knife.
You just have to be ready to answer anything.
How many retired jerseys are hanging up in the rafters at Staples Center?
3 words to describe yourself.
Sum up myself in 1 word.
At one point, I got a little emotional.
I don't think anybody should be comfortable or relaxed at this point, because I don't think that anybody's safe until it's all over with.
It's the last callback before we find out if we made the team. I already went through the very first day, so Saturday, and then I had my interview on Monday, and now it's the very, very last callback. I'm really nervous. I don't know if I look nervous, but I am really, really nervous, but I'm really excited.
Can't forget my audition number. I'm number 128.
This is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I'm really excited, but I'm really nervous.
On On the first day, we had a long 9-hour day, and I feel that you had a chance to redeem yourself if you made a mistake here or there. You had other rounds. Today, you have one chance to do everything. You have to perform the choreography that you learned. You have to show that you can memorize choreography. You have to come full hair, full makeup, just put together the whole package. And today is honestly one of those days where it can make or break, because if you make a mistake, unfortunately, your chances are shot.
All the girls that are trying out are so talented and so beautiful. So as much as I want to be like, oh yeah, I got this in the bag, I still have to remind myself that it's not yet.
May I take one? Yes, of course. Here's your number. Yeah.
Tonight, the finalists will have one last chance to impress Lisa and the judges before the final call to determine if they are in or out.
So tonight is the final callback, and I'm very excited because everyone's very talented. This year, we have great dancers. Obviously, they wouldn't all make it to where they're at now if they weren't. So it should be fun.
Lisa claims that it's more relaxed environment, but I think it's the complete opposite. Right now, everyone that's in the final standing can equally make it onto the team, and it's a matter of just picking and choosing who's the best fit, and that's something that's out of our hands. So no matter how well we do or how hard we push ourselves tonight, it's up to them, and that's why, for me, this callback makes it the most nerve-wracking part of the whole audition process.
How is everyone today? Good.
So nerve-wracking, like I know, waiting. Going into tonight's callback it's the last one. It's the last time that I'm gonna be able to show these judges how bad I want it and how much I deserve to be on that team. I'm gonna go in with full force and nail it, but at the same time, take in every moment, because you never know, or I never know, when I'll ever have this opportunity again.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2.
The dancers will now review 2 routines that they learned on Saturday's open call. They have had days to practice, so they are expected to perform at a high level.
Out, cross, up, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7.
The callback night is a very special night. I think in some degree the girls are feeling a little more relaxed because they've made it and they're just anticipating the end results.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But on the flip side of that, I think often they're even more nervous because they do know that this is the end and they've come so far through all those cuts, and this is their last chance. They know that this is their very last impression to make on the judges.
That's 1, 2, 3.
They're performing the same material that they learned on the first day. So as judges, we're expecting them to do it perfectly. They've had a number of days to review it, to rehearse it, to keep it in their head, and to refine it. So we do, as judges, have a higher expectation in this final round. We're looking for game day ready.
Any questions? Yeah. Is the cross like this or up here? No, this one's the left hand's lower. Okay. Left hand around your waist, right hand like at your shoulder. Cool.
Today's a day where you're looking at all the other beautiful girls that are here, and anybody can make it, and it's just, you don't want to compare yourself to people, but I mean, there's 22 spots and there's 34 people here, so it's getting down to it. It's tough.
I think it's definitely more fun today, but I think the pressure is even more because everyone wants it. We know this is the final straw and you have to give it all you got, no mess ups. I'm really excited for what's to come.
There's not as much pressure because we don't have to learn routines like we did on Saturday, but I don't know, I think it's more fun. It's like a party.
I'm feeling okay right now. I'm just trying to focus on having fun and just kind of just performing at this point, because what's left is left and it's all in their hands now.
I feel like it's less pressure tonight because we already know the routines. We're just having fun. She's watching us, so it's a good time.
When Laker Girls comes back, the 34 finalists get their first shot to impress the judges.
We're expecting them to look game day ready, so no mistakes at that point.
The time has come to put up or shut up. With the dancers and judges lined up and ready to go, Lisa is in shock. One participant is missing from the group.
We're sitting there at the judges' table, and the girls are all lined up for that final round, and Lisa walked towards us with this look on her face, and all we were thinking was, oh man, what just happened?
Just so you know, judges, number 97 is not here. You can scratch that one. Did not show up, and I have no phone call at my office. So, check her off.
So tonight, we had an issue, but it actually started a couple of days ago with this one participant, Linty.
I'm assuming maybe she pulled herself out. I don't know.
Wow. To me, if you're 10 minutes late, I might be okay with that, but 40, come on. All the other girls made it in time. I was definitely not going to let her come in. And I voiced that, and I said, you know, it's unfortunate because you went through this procedure, this whole rigmarole of the audition, the job interview, and now this callback. What really made me upset was there could have been someone else in that position.
These girls have to have business sense. It's one thing to be a beautiful face. It's a great thing to be a great dancer. But if you don't have a good business sense, you're never going to make it as a Laker girl.
The dancers will perform 2 routines for the judges in groups of 5. They have had days to master the routine, so there are no excuses today.
In the callbacks, we're expecting them to look game day ready, so no mistakes at that point. They've had this material in their head for a number of days. Not only should they know the material better, they should be performing it better, and it should look like what they would look like if they were on the floor at Staples Center. Hair should look great, makeup should look great, outfit should look great.
So for the first part of tonight, we have to go back into small groups and do both routines again. Because it's already been a couple days since we first learned it, we need to have it solid. I've been practicing so much these past 2 days. From morning to at night, I have my iPod and headphones in my ears, and I'm just going over it over and over and over again, trying to hit all the accents in the music, knowing when to throw my own style in, when to stay sharp, when to smooth it out. It's a lot, but it's worth it.
It's easier the first day because everything's fresh in your memory, but once you sleep on it, it's easy to forget little details. Where's this hand? Where's this head? So I really had to go back and practice so that I can come in today and nail it.
I just finished the first dance of tonight, and I think I did my best. There was nothing I could have changed. I think I did pretty well, and hopefully the judges saw that.
Most of the time in the dance industry, it's recommended that whatever you wore on a first round of an audition, you wear the same thing to the callback, because very often we refer to them, oh, that blonde girl wearing the turquoise, or what have you. You know, you want to be able to remember them that way, unless they were instructed that what they were wearing wasn't very flattering and they should probably come up with something else, but that doesn't happen very often.
They say you're allowed to change if you want, but I think we all kind of want them to remember us, and hopefully they remembered my white outfit. I feel a lot less nervous for some reason than the past 2 days of auditions. I think maybe because we're doing the routines we already learned and I have them in my body and practice them a lot. I'm hoping that my feelings stay this way and I can kind of be more mellow and focus on myself. So I'm not as nervous, which is good, and we'll see if it stays that way.
Dara, She had an outfit on the first day that had a whole lot of purple ruffles and things going on and a lot of rhinestones and a lot of glitz. She enjoys her costumes. And, you know, expecting her to wear that on the final round, she actually showed up with a different outfit that was a bright pink and a bright blue turquoise and lots of rhinestones. I don't know if she did that just because she wanted to try something different, but she certainly stood out again. Even though she wasn't wearing the same thing, we did remember her because she likes to wear those bright costumes.
I wore the outfit I really liked. I felt like I looked good in it. I feel like I went out there and danced the best that I could, and so far I've made it to finals, and now I just have to wait and see what the outcome will be.
That's amazing. Just amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. Incredible. It's just amazing.
It's nerve-wracking anyway to be at an audition because if they lose something that they've done already, of course that's going to be hard. They should be nervous and be excited, but also feel that they're ready for it.
The hardest part about this whole week has definitely just been staying mentally strong, staying focused on the reason why we're here and why we decided to audition again. And I think it's really easy to get lost in a lot of the little things that surround this audition process, like our audition uniform that we're gonna wear, how many rhinestones we have, or getting there on Saturday and seeing a girl that looks like you and
That's amazing.
does she dance better than me? And I think that's definitely been the hardest part.
That's amazing. Incredible. It's just amazing.
Everything's still up in the air. Even right now, I have no idea who's in the top 22.
When Laker Girls returns, it's time for the dancers to take center stage and go one-on-one in front of the judges.
I feel like I have a point to prove.
And the veterans must prove they still have what it takes to make this year's squad. The second stage of the evening has the dancers going up individually once again and introducing themselves to the judges. This time, the judges will have free rein to ask the dancers whatever they want. Then the hopefuls will have to prove they can pump up a crowd when they are asked to dance to mood music.
Being a Laker girl, not only will you do the combinations at the games, you'll also need to jump out when there's a 20-second timeout or a full timeout where we're not performing or there's not a contest going on or something. You're out there clapping, and it's not about you. It's about getting the crowd up on their feet, hopefully clapping with you. Sometimes we try. So does everyone understand that? Okay.
In a change of pace, the veterans will be up first tonight.
Hi. Hi, judges. My name is Lindsay.
Deanna.
Julie. I'm number 121.
Number 111.
I am number 113.
And I am number 123.
They can ask us any questions that they'd like, and usually it varies what they ask you. They could ask you how'd you make your top?
Did you have your top made especially for you?
I did. I designed it myself.
How long did it take?
Not very long, actually. I was watching Breaking Bad, a marathon of Breaking Bad on Netflix.
They could ask you, why do you want to be a Laker girl?
I think dancing for the team that I've grown up with and loved and cheered for all my life, I think that would be number one.
I really believe that all the girls that make the finals could definitely be on the Laker Girls squad. So for me, I think it's really important to just stand out from the crowd. Is this too close?
No, you're
Nope, you're good.
Hi, my name's Teresa, and I'm number 138, and I'm originally from San Diego, California.
How old are you?
I just celebrated my 24th birthday.
Oh, what'd you do? No, I'm just kidding.
I prepared for the audition.
So Teresa has been on the team before, and her showing up today obviously tells me that she wants to be a Laker girl again and give it her all, and seeing that last year was her first year, I think she'll do well. She seems like a very confident dancer to me and had all year last year. She also dances at Disney, so I think that helps her too with her confidence and very good showmanship and all of that jazz. So I expect she'll do very well today.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dara. I am number 119, and I'm originally from Houston, Texas.
Knowing that some of the judges and that Lisa's there and that they've worked with me before in the past actually makes me a little more nervous because I feel like they know what I'm capable of. So the fear is that you might disappoint them or let them down, that your performance was not as strong as maybe it has been in the past.
If you could pick one thing that's your favorite thing about being a Laker girl, what would that be?
My favorite thing would definitely be going to the schools and talking to the little kids. I like them. They appreciate us.
Oh, excellent.
What's your favorite thing about doing games?
Geez, I really like performing. I like the atmosphere. I like the excitement because I think it gives all of us an adrenaline rush, so it makes it even more exciting to perform.
I feel good about it. I feel like my answers were genuine and they came from my heart, and I feel like that's all I could do.
Okay, thank you.
It's actually a little more nerve-wracking for me personally because I feel like I have a point to prove and I have to show them that I'm not going to dance as strong as I did last year, but I'm going to dance stronger than I did last year to show you that that's why I deserve my spot back. So it's definitely nerve-wracking for me.
She's definitely a good representative for us, and she enjoys it. She works hard with her dancing still, which I appreciate. She loves this job, or else she wouldn't have come back, I hope.
Hello, I'm Kelsey, number 109, and I'm originally from Santa Clarita in California. And yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Why are you happy to be here?
Because it's exciting, kind of the fun part. We already know the routine, so stress is a little bit off. So we're just here having a good time, dancing our little hearts out.
One of the girls auditioning, Kelsey, who was a veteran on the team, when she came up to the judges' table to talk about why she wanted to be a Laker girl, I can't remember who it was, but one of the other judges asked her...
Is this your first time auditioning?
This is my second time auditioning.
And then she had to say, well, no, I've already been on the team 1 year, which isn't necessarily what you want to hear as a veteran if people are not remembering you as a veteran. Sometimes it happens. You know, she's a pretty girl, but a pretty girl with brown hair that looks like a lot of other pretty girls with brown hair, and so you know, it's possible to kind of just not slip through the cracks, but just sort of get blended into the masses. And at that point, that you got to work that much harder to prove to the judges that you deserve to have your spot back.
Now it's time for the new girls to shine and read off their impressive resumes to the judges.
Good evening. Hi, I'm Rachel. My name is Rebecca. My name is Michaela. I'm 19 years old. I am a UCSB graduate. I attend Cal State Fullerton.
What's your major?
Business Administration.
Where did you go to school in New York?
I went to the Juilliard School for dance.
What'd you graduate with?
Dance and bio. Go Gauchos.
Great dancing will only get you so far in this competition. One dancer proves she has both the brains and the beauty to stand out.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I am number 21. I'm from Plano, Texas, but I moved out here to California right after college.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Yale.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know, sorry about that.
What did you study at Yale?
Molecular biophysics and biochemistry.
Oh, so she's a dummy.
It's great that this organization hits all walks of life.
And then how did you get into dance?
Well, I've been dancing ever since I was like in my diapers. I literally would stand up and just bump my butt whenever my mom put on music.
And your family, are they supportive of you being a dancer?
Very much so. They've always been extremely supportive of me, and I never would have gotten where I am. I never would be here without them.
Not what you're expecting necessarily, but it just goes to show that even though you have this image of a beautiful dancer girl that you might think might not have a brain in her head, you know, some rocket scientist from Yale comes along and is auditioning right in front of you.
Coming up on Laker Girls, some new faces continue to steal the show.
If you were to make it on the squad, you would pick up and move out here?
I would.
While other dancers aren't sure if they have what it takes. From her spot with the judges, Lisa can't help but see a little bit of herself in some of the fresh-faced dancers. With no idea what to expect, their fearless performances are wowing everyone.
I honestly think that was my saving grace. I didn't know what to expect. I just wanted to do the best I could do and hang in there with everyone else when I'm learning the dance combinations. And that's what I did, which was great. And again, it got me to be on the team my first time I auditioned. I will say that that helps you because you kind of don't, you don't really know the drill. You just want to do well and you want to perform and you want to hopefully do well for the judges and that they'll score you and you'll make the team.
Hello, I'm Brandy. I'm 18 years old. I'm number 45 and I'm from Laguna Niguel, California.
I'm Chloe. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Point Ranch, California.
My name is Maggie. I'm number 13. I'm 19 years old, and I'm all the way from Rancho Santa Margarita, California.
I cheered and danced for Orange Coast College in Costa Mesa.
Great. And how did you like that?
It was a lot of fun. I was pushed really hard, but it really helped. I've appreciated that type of criticism and really gets you farther.
After my own heart right there. Are you a Lakers fan?
Oh, yes.
Well, that's good.
It is good.
Yeah, it is good.
I feel that I've really surpassed my hopes and dreams, and if you don't go out and try, you never know what you're capable of, and today I proved that I'm very capable of being a part of this organization.
Baby, tonight, we gotta lose ourselves tonight. Gotta feel so good all night. Gotta lose control till the morning light. The morning light. Baby, tonight, we gotta lose ourselves tonight. Gotta feel so good all night. Gotta lose control until the morning light. The morning light.
I love to find girls who don't know because they don't know. And that's exciting because I guess I take myself back to when I came to the audition and I didn't know what to expect. I was very young and very nervous about moving to Los Angeles, but I wanted to give it a shot.
Two young dancers are willing to pack up their lives and move to Los Angeles just for a chance at becoming a Laker girl.
Hi. Hello. I'm Carla. I'm number 29, and I'm originally from the Metro Atlanta area, Georgia. And I just wanted to thank you all for the opportunity to be here today.
Where do you live now, Carla?
The Metro Atlanta area.
Oh, so you still live in Atlanta?
Yes.
So if you were to make it on the squad, you would pick up and move out here?
I would.
Yeah?
Yes.
You've thought long and hard about that?
Yes, I've actually been looking to move for the past year since I graduated, and I was just a little apprehensive to move, just pick up and move. So for this opportunity, most definitely, I would move.
Hi, I'm Aubrey. I am 19 years old, and I'm from Chandler, Arizona, and I'm also number 59.
Where do you live now, Aubrey?
I still live in Chandler. Yes. If I make the team, my family will be very supportive of me coming out here and living my dream.
So if you were to become a Los Angeles Laker girl, you would relocate?
I would relocate to Long Beach, and I am so fortunate enough to have all of my family out here, so go ahead and move in with the aunt and uncles.
And are they Lakers fans?
Huge. They're standing outside, all of them.
They're standing outside?
Outside. They're all outside right now. Just being in this atmosphere and knowing that their niece is here is a huge deal to my whole family. This is a dream that I've had since I was 5 years old. And now that it's actually becoming a reality is insane. I was born and raised a Laker fan. My first outfit was a little Laker girl's outfit.
Oh, you may have to email us that photo. I don't know if I believe you.
I want to be here because I obviously love dancing, and it's my passion, and it's for a team that I love. And I'm gonna go after it. I've always been the kind of girl that's gonna be like, this is what I want, and this is what I'm gonna do.
Oh my God.
I've seen some girls come here and move and make the Laker girls team and then not finish the year for, again, different purposes. I have seen people succeed and stay here and be on the team. So it really all depends on, I think, the individual.
Every team in the NBA has its own style. For the dancer who performed for 3 years with the Miami Heat, there is no advantage here in LA. A lot that she learned on South Beach will have to get tossed out the window here if she wants to fit in with a Laker organization.
Having come from the Heat and spent so many years in drilling that style into my body, I feel it's a little disadvantage for me because I'm not used to the style that the Lakers have, and that's something that I'm really going to have to grow and adapt to.
Hi, my name is Maddie. I am number 128, and I am from Orlando, Florida.
How do you like Southern California or Los Angeles?
I'm actually loving it. I love the weather a lot better than Orlando and Miami. It's so hot and humid, and I can barely breathe, so I love LA. I love it to death.
How long have you been out here?
I moved in October. 8 or 9 months.
Great.
Maddie was one of my favorites from the get-go, and I'm pulling for her, and I'm really hoping that she makes this team because I think she has a lot of great attributes and a great smile and a fantastic dancer and a great performer. She's danced for the Miami Heat, and even though you think, well, it's the same animal, it's NBA dancer. The Heat has a very, very different style than the Laker girls, and they're much harder edge, and so, you know, I'm hoping that she can kind of fit the Laker girl mold and become a part of that, but we'll have to see if it's a fit. I'm pulling for her. I'm pulling for her.
When Laker Girls returns, the final dancers will get their shot in front of the judges.
I don't know what questions they're gonna ask, hopefully good ones.
And Lisa will take one last look at the final 34 before a final decision is made. With the stakes as high as ever, the remaining dancers step into the spotlight for their last chance to impress the judges.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm number 121, and I'm from Yorba Linda, California.
How was the drive from Yorba Linda?
It's actually not that bad, but the traffic I feel is going the opposite way, so it actually works in my favor.
Hi, my name is Jensen. I'm from Laguna Hills, California. I'm 23 years old, and I'm number 117.
Jensen, what made you want to come back and audition for Lakers again after having done it?
Simply because I can. I left when I could no longer fit it in my schedule, and now I'm at the point where I have the time, and I just that was the first thing on my mind to come back, so I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you.
I'm Katie. I'm number 65, and I'm from a very, very small town in Kansas.
Where do you live now?
I still live in Kansas. It's in Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I met Lisa last year at finals. You want to make sure that you raise your bar higher and to let her know that you've learned something, you've gained something from the experience, and you're improving yourself this year when you come back.
Hi, everyone. Good evening, judges. My name is Jenny, and I'm so thankful to be here for this opportunity.
Have you had fun?
I had the time of my life. I was here last year, so because it was so much fun, I didn't second doubt to come back again. Just to experience this week was just a wonderful opportunity.
With Jenny working to improve her dance ability as well as her physique, she actually came to a dance workshop I did as well and chatted with me about how she can get better, what dance classes she should be taking, just things like that. And again, I respect that. I enjoy that someone has that drive to get better.
Hello, I'm Andy. My number is 26. I'm 20 years old. I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona.
When I went up to the judges, they, just asked me why I wanted to be a Laker girl again. And then they kind of asked just random questions.
So originally from Phoenix.
Yes.
not a Phoenix Suns fan. You're more of a Lakers fan. Is that what you're telling us right now?
I am a Phoenix Suns fan, but honestly, I've always been a Laker fan. It's been hard on my family for a while. And I'm super excited about Steve Nash coming to the Lakers, of course. I think that's going to be amazing for them. So kind of a little piece of home moved with me.
I heard them ask people what their favorite celebrity was or who it was, or just like, they were kind of fun. They were just fun questions, so it went well.
All right. If you guys want to go ahead and grab your stuff, just go ahead and pop it on. We're just going to talk now. Okay. You guys, I can't tell you how hard this decision is going to be. We are all just so impressed with everyone. And I'm even so much more impressed also even after meeting you guys and stuff. So it's going to be a hard decision. I want to make sure I explain the procedure and how it's going to work. Saturday, obviously, we had 10 judges here that had scores/votes. I call it scoring because we take those and we bring them. Then I get to interview you, and I obviously will have a score of how I feel you have done, how you represented yourself, how you spoke, all of those things, obviously, because as I mentioned throughout this whole process, we do a lot of appearances, we do charitable functions, we need people to be on time. We also need people to be able to represent this organization as really good ambassadors. So it is a 3-day process. It is spread amongst this week, and I know it's probably a grueling process for some of you, maybe not for others, I don't know, but I hope it's fun, if anything, and a few of you told us when you walked up today that it was, so I'm excited about that, and I hope it was a positive experience versus not, okay? Thank you very much, everyone. Yay! Yay, we're done.
After the final callback day, Thursday, when you sit down and go through the scores and you kind of mull over how she did at the interview, it's really then the time to kind of look at and see how the chips fell and go, oh, these 22 are great. Now, if you're teetering on, well, this one's a little immature, or this one has crazy stuff on her Facebook, I'm not really quite sure if she's, you know, going to be someone who represents us very, very well right now. Things like that, those are the things I take into consideration because, again, they are going to be ambassadors for us. They're going to be representing us for a whole year. And I want to make sure I make that right choice. And those are the things going through my mind.
There are no cuts tonight. The survivors will all leave the audition under an air of uncertainty. Now comes the hardest part of the entire week, waiting for Lisa's phone call on Sunday to see if they made the team or if they've come this far only to be turned away at the very end.
Leaving tonight is a big deal because I have no idea where I stand in the judge's eyes or in Lisa's eyes. You try to impress everyone, and not knowing where you are is scary.
We've done everything we can, so now it's just the waiting game. I feel like I did the best I could do today, so I'm pretty excited.
Usually, I think for most girls, it's getting a little more relaxing and calming as the process goes on. But for me, it's the complete opposite. The smaller the number gets, the more nervous I get.
I agree with you. It's not even the numbers part for me, it's the waiting. So now, like, there's nothing else, you know, to do. Like, when there's the dance section left, you're like, okay, I'm gonna really give this my best shot. But between now and Sunday, it's like, how long can you twiddle your thumbs for a phone call?
That's gonna be a long 3 days.
It's been a long week, and it's been really exciting, but now all we can do is wait for the results. So we've done all we can do.
It's out of our hands now.
When we return, the 2012-2013 Laker Girls squad is announced.
Hi, Maggie. It's Lisa Estrada.
For some, it will be heartbreak. For others, the greatest moment of their young lives. The week began with nearly 500 dreamers showing up to become a Laker girl. Each one willing to put in the hours and the work in the hopes of making the squad. Some making these sacrifices for their first shot at becoming a Laker girl. Others, returning veterans, knowing exactly what lies at the end of the purple and gold rainbow and are willing to fight to keep their spot on the team.
People ask me, why do I do it? Why do I call them to let them know? Why don't you just put it on the website? Things like that. And again, I think that the Lakers organization's better than that. I think that I owe them an explanation of maybe why they didn't make it, or if they want my feedback, I could give it to them.
After reviewing dance scores, interview responses, and background checks, Lisa now has to face the best and worst part of her job. 34 phone calls to the finalists to let them know if their dream can come true or if it didn't.
Hello.
Hi, Rebecca. It's Lisa Estrada, LA Lakers.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
I'm good. Oh, just a little nervous.
I wanted to start out by saying thank you very much for coming out to the LA Laker Girl auditions and then, of course, going through the process. So I really appreciate you sticking with that.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been such an amazing time. I met so many good people, and I'm just really excited and happy throughout everything.
That's a good thing. The other thing that's, I think, pretty dang good is I have a position for you for next year. So congratulations, you made the team.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm shaking with the phone, trying not to drop it.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, that's a definite yes. I'm so excited.
Okay, thanks, Rebecca. Have a good evening.
Oh, I will. I'm going to have a great evening now.
Okay.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm so excited. All my words are rushing, but they're not coming out at all. I'm just so excited. It's like a dream come true.
For two veterans, it's that heartbreaking call you never want to receive.
Hello? Hi, Natasha?
Yes.
Hi, it's Lisa Estrada.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Good. It was a very hard decision, not only for myself, but the judges as well. I do not have a position for you this year. Very sorry for that.
Hi, this is Michelle.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi.
It's Lisa Estrada. Well, Ansel, I do not have a position to offer you this next year. I'm really sad to say that, but I do not. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't know if it's the right thing to do or not, but I do like to talk to them. I do like to have a verbal conversation with them and let them know. It is hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard.
For some of the dancers, it's a phone call that will change their lives.
I'm excited. Hi, Chloe. It's Lisa Estrada, LA Lakers. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Aubrey. We do have a position to offer you. Can you take it?
Yes, I can.
Yay!
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. I'm crying. Sorry, those are my friends.
That's good. That's all right. That's great.
Sorry, I might have blown your ear out.
Hello?
Hi, Maggie. It's Lisa Estrada with the LA Lakers.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
Really nervous.
Obviously, I'm calling in regards to the LA Laker Girl auditions, and I'd love to offer you a position on the LA Laker Girls team. So, congratulations.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is the best day of my life.
Yay, best day.
This is for Maggie's mom.
Congratulations. I'm really looking forward to working with you.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Good. Okay, bye.
Bye.
On the next episode of Laker Girls, the dream becomes a job as the new squad enters practice boot camp.
They have no idea what this job is going to entail.
All 22 ladies get glammed up for the official 2012-2013 photo shoot.
And seeing the logo, on a uniform and then it's actually on your body, reality sets in and you're like, wow, I'm finally here.
And anticipation builds for the Lakers season opener, where the Laker Girls will make their official debut.
It's time. It's time for our season to start.
All that and more next time on Laker Girls.